Do 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 do. What the fluff happened?
Hit the
Oh,
button.
did I accidentally start it on my freaking Titan? No, escape.
Oh,
escape.
oh.
Escape.
Exclusive.
Escape. No,
There
I
you
was
go.
swapping from mouse and
Oh,
keyboard to
it's-
controller, and then all of a sudden, like, it
Yeah,
started
yeah.
the intro. No!
Oh yeah.
No!
No,
And I've just crashed my game.
It's too late. All right. Well, now he's in the private podcast channel, so he's going to have his own podcast. It'll still be better than this one.
Oh, it's Gator.
I'm sorry,
What
I
up,
didn't-
homeboy?
Hey, buddy, how you doing? I didn't catch that last part, Peroty, as I came in.
I said you were going to be in your own podcast channel and do a better show than this will ever be. You're like, I don't need these losers. I got this on my own. I'm going to solo clutch this podcast. First time it will ever be done.
You
Oh,
act
God,
like
no.
that would be a difficult thing to do. Hi, guys, and welcome to Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast, a show where we discuss tips, tricks, and tools to help all Guardians succeed and enjoy playing the game even more. What makes us different? Well, for starters, we're not streamers or YouTubers. We just have a passion for Destiny and are dedicated to keeping Guardians informed and up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 info, news, and opinions. We do encourage your questions and feedback. You can contact us either by email at twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com or on Twitter at twotitans_hunter, and that's the number 2. Now, on with the show. Why are we in the general instead of the podcast?
Why not?
Because it's not normal. It is not the usual. It is not creme de la creme, as some people might say.
Look, at the end of the day, Craig's working in here. It's fine.
Okay. But is he, though? Do we know that he is, in fact, working in here?
Oh, wow. It is Craig. I thought he had just like retired or gotten shipped off to the podcast farm upstate or something.
No,
Three
what
factor.
happened is he went on vacation. All right, he went to Florida for a bit, got his old man relaxation out, and now he's back. All right.
So not so secret, not so mystery guest. Welcome to the show. Respawn has
Yes.
decided to play Titan this week and stream while we
Live.
podcast. So new exclusive, our Warlock Master Race has once again had another change of heart. He is now the Titan Master Race.
Oh, that will never be a thing. No, no, sir.
We call him PMR for
No.
short.
No. I will never be
Yeah.
a thing, sir. And I will appreciate it if you would not hit me with that blasphemy, not just now, but ever in your life. All right.
Who was the one that was on his Titan on stream?
No one. Probably you, I guess, maybe.
That would be no one respawns in real life. So yeah.
Not anybody. Is that better?
Going as smoothly as ever. So I guess we should introduce the people we have here, since we have people and they're slightly different people.
Well, we have a person. Is a person people?
I mean, I suppose he could be.
But is he, though?
Seems like it.
Could be and is are two totally different things.
And regretting his decision in 3, 2, 1.
You act like he didn't regret it as soon as he got the offer.
Is this thing on?
No. I
Good
mean,
morning.
What's up?
Hey guys, good to hear from you. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Man, what a week to join you guys.
You say that, but I send you out invites all the time that you ignore.
No.
Okay.
Let's get the no. Let's get this clear. Respawn. You sent me an invite. Actually, you did send me an invite, and I saw it like a day later. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah, but does his invite contain information or tell you what you need to know, or did it just say, "Come join me"? Full stop. No further information.
That
I
would be the
think-
one. Yeah.
I think I was at Home Depot when I saw the invite, and I respond. I was with my wife. We were redoing our kitchen, and I saw this message from Respawn. I'm like, wonder what's going on with Respawn. And I look at it. He says, "Hey man, you want to jump in and talk with us?" I'm like, God, that was a day ago. I feel like such an ass.
You should have said, "Yes, absolutely. I'll be there in a minute."
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Craig
Yeah,
just
sorry.
bounced.
He's
There we
gone
go.
again.
Yep. So,
See,
yo, it's hard to leave Florida. Trust me. I've been trying to do it for like 2 decades now. It's a pain, man.
Wait a minute, you have 2 Craig bots in here?
No, we have a Craig and a Geark, sir.
we have Craig and Craig's French backup Geark because Craig has decided that he just doesn't love us anymore. We haven't even seen Craig in weeks.
Anymore.
He decided to
act
stop
like he
by
ever
for a
did.
minute.
Oh
No,
my
Craig
gosh.
Craig was solid for the first 80-ish episodes.
Yeah.
And then I think Geark took over, poisoned him or something. I don't know what happened. There's some sort of upheaval.
Yo, speaking of which, I really want to get one of those glasses that, like, at the end of it, it says you've been poisoned. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's written on the bottom of the cup. It says you've just been poisoned. Like, after you drink your drink, you see it, kind of thing. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Or are you
That
just
would
going to
freak-
let me fill
would
my own
freak-
awkward silence?
No, that would freak
Yeah.
me out, man.
Yeah, that one. Fill your awkward silence. Because you explained it very clearly. I followed you. Yeah, beginning, middle, and end.
Why are you so mean to me? I do
Because
nothing.
that's what the people want.
Yeah.
I'm the wingman for better or for worse.
Oh.
Sometimes the wing's on fire. Sometimes the wing's crashing into the ocean. But either way, it's still the wingman.
So, directly from a fan's mouth to your ears, Night Demon, he says, and I quote, "The banter between you and Night Demon." And I said, "What about it?" He goes, "That is a direct line to my funny bone." I was like, okay. It's not really banter as much as it's him just yelling at me about stuff I'm not supposed to do, but I'll let him know.
Okay. Thank you.
So, that's the thing. You have a fan, sir.
I have one. You
Uh,
have many.
That doesn't count though. That's an army. They're not fans per se. They're just here blindly following orders that make no sense.
He leads out of fear, not respect.
Even my son.
Yeah, your son's awesome. I mean,
There
yeah,
you go. Look, I've typed up some bullet points for you, Respawn, so that you kind of know what we're talking about.
cool. Well, I have the TWAB open as well. I also
Yeah, but
have the Destiny 2
no.
update.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean a thing these days.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, the TWAB. I was like, let me read the TWAB first and see what that. Well, I guess before we get into the show too deeply,
Yeah.
Yes.
deeply lovingly, we should go around the room and introduce ourselves, say why we're here, say what's brought us to this deep dark basement today, and
Deep Dark Maze. Starting with the Gator, my Floridiate companion.
Good morning, or I guess this is morning. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, my name is Gator. I have a podcast called Guardian Downcast. Me and Hazel host it. We're basically 2 dads that love everything in the Destiny universe, and we talk about it.
Nice.
you stole not our from us last week, so now we have to steal you from Hazel because somehow that's getting back. Yeah, I don't know. It all works out in the end.
It
No-
is.
not. Can I just mention, Not Arf was an absolutely fantastic guest. You guys have a real jewel there.
Now,
Good guy.
was he put together properly this time?
He seemed to be.
Okay.
What?
Because when he comes on our show, he has a laptop that fails 90% of the time, and he has to resort to his phone.
He's got a new PC now.
Oh,
recently.
does he? Oh,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
In fact,
oh, that's why he
he
was on
just-
Steam the other day.
Yeah, he
That makes
just
sense.
used it on our show. Our show was the very first time he used it.
Oh, is that a fact? All right. That's
It, it sure is. He sounded great, looked great. Everything was
Yeah,
great.
looked.
You don't have the spy camera set up in over the UK there? No,
No,
not part of that initiative. Oh, okay.
no. Hold on, let me check. Hold on.
Your clearance level clearly isn't high enough.
I'm hacking into his computer. Nope, he doesn't have a webcam. There you go.
All right, good to know.
Okay. So, Gator, tell us a bit about your podcast. You've been doing it over a year now, haven't you? Nearly 2.
Nearly 2. Yeah, I mean, you guys are. Okay, I got to tell you this, Night Demon, because Not Arf really said something about you last time he was with us.
Ruh-roh.
And no, if you listen to the podcast, you listen to the episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was really weird. I was out in the middle of a lawn. I'm in the pest management industry in Florida. I've owned a business for 25 years. And I was in the middle of the yard, and I was like, I really want to hear a Destiny podcast, but there's nothing else to listen to. And I was just scrolling through, at the time, Apple Podcasts, and I came across this awesome ramen thumbnail for a podcast. I go, this has to be a Destiny podcast. I jumped in, and just like you guys were bantering this morning, I was like, man, these guys, this just sounds like a fun time. So I think what was really weird is we started our podcast shortly thereafter, and you guys were on our show. I was just telling, I think Hazel, it was so surreal that you guys were on our podcast that I had just started listening to just maybe a few months earlier. So, but yeah, we're Hazel is my co-host. My name is Gator, and I'm sorry, the Gator. And we have a weekly podcast that doesn't go quite into detail like you guys do. I mean, you guys are fantastic as far as covering the 12 every week. Hazel just kind of glimpses over it and gives us kind of the TLDR version. And yeah, we talk all things Destiny. We have where we kind of differentiate ourselves, I guess, is we like to hear people's stories. So what we'll do is we invite a guest. We'll have a kind of a long form interview at the beginning. We have a little fast fire segment we call the speed run, where we test people's fast answering ability, and it's tied to a contest that we have like a champion every year. And then we of course go over Destiny, talk Destiny, and then we have a Spotify playlist that we add songs to that our guests add to as well. So
How many hours are you up to now?
oh Lord,
Yeah,
we're
40 hours and 1 minute, was it, on the last episode? Something like that.
oh my gosh, we just had Ascendant Nomad this week, and I have to say right now, it hasn't come out yet. You guys are hearing it first, but this guy was an absolute class guest. I mean, he was had such a good time with him, and talking about where he got started and stuff. So I was really pumped. I mean, I've been looking forward to it all week, but yeah, and you know, we have a playlist we add songs to, and he participated in that as well. You'll have to see what he picked this week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we've been doing it since our 2-year anniversary will be July 18th.
Okay.
And
So
we're
mark
on
that in your calendars.
Yep, we're on. Actually, episode 100 is on my birthday.
Oh,
So
Nice.
Isn't that gonna be a cool birthday? Yeah.
That just put you on the spot for having to, come up and plan something.
And I gotta say this because I know Hazel's gonna be listening. Hazel's wife, Chris 3711, and I have concocted a plan. Hazel just turned 40 yesterday. Happy birthday, Hazel. And nobody in the Discord acknowledged it. So I'm thinking he's feeling, crap. Nobody even knows of my birthday. I mean, come on. And we're all meeting in a Zoom call tonight at 9:30. This is being recorded on a Saturday, I guess. I can let everybody know that. And the story is Chris wants help with a Deepstone Crypt raid, and Sen, Kingsley, Desraven, myself, and Hazel are gonna help him go through one. Well, Chris actually can't make it for the raid. He had to work. He's works up in New York, and he's a master carpenter, and he's just busy doing stuff. But that's the story. And what's going to happen is everybody's going to
respawn is going to be the 6th, right?
Well, no respawn. The raid's not real. It's just a cover story.
What?
And I'm going to be
both.
Well,
we're gonna glitch everybody into the raid.
Okay, yeah, the
we go.
12-man. Well, here's the scenario. Me and Hazel are going to be sitting on PC in orbit, waiting for everyone to join us for the raid. We're all going to assemble at 9:30 in our Zoom call. And then his wife, Tasha, is going to say, hey, can you come help me with something real quick? And then she's going to enter the call, and we're going to surprise him.
Nice.
For his 40th. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Hazel, happy birthday, because you can't hear this.
Happy Old Man Day. I'm right there
Yes.
with you, bro. I feel you.
Yeah. Old Man Club, welcome.
Old Man Club.
so let's kick things off this week with Next Week in Destiny. You can get 2 times the rewards all week long in the Fallen Sabres Nightfall Ordeal Strike, with 2 times platinum rewards starting on Friday. We can also locate a distress signal in the Arms Dealer Strike. Zavala has more intel. Now, do you guys think that this is because some people have missed the door on the Arms Dealer Strike? Maybe? Possibly? And Bungie are kind of like trying to point people in the right direction and say, look, there's a door. Go and speak to Zavala, and you can have an exotic or something, maybe.
Either that, or they're saying, hey, you've run it once. You should not run it once and totally forget it exists. There's all the intel and the unlocks and the data pads and the extra stuff you can do. Or like some of us have not actually yet to set foot into it. Although I wish I could remember the COD God name of the guy that Panoramix and I were just running Nightfall Ordeal, and of course it was Arms Dealer. He ran over into that Presage mission and was gonna lead us through it. And I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing this right now. I don't have the time to get into that. So props to him for trying desperately to solo that for us. So I have it unlocked on my director now, but I still have not set foot into it.
So funny thing is, me and a couple of the PC guys, the day that it came out, right? We went in there, we cleared it, and I had it up on Twitch before any of the YouTubers had it. So little pride moment for me and the guys on PC. And it was like, I think, okay, so we killed the boss with 8 seconds left on the clock. And we're like, oh my God, I hope this is not one of those things where you have to get to the chest and then open it before the time runs out because we failed. But no, around 3 or 4 seconds, the timer stopped. And we're like, whoo! Because I'd have hate to have to run that thing all over again for
So
a couple of seconds.
you're talking the master version?
I'm talking the master version, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've run it once, but I've got the gun and I've got to run back into it. I just haven't had time to get back into Destiny.
Oh, that sounds like an ARF.
That's an ARF.
That's an ARF.
He snuck in.
I've heard of him.
Well,
ARF.
He gets to be on our show. Oh, I'm so jealous.
How you doing, Nutarf?
No, just dropping in to let you know I am going to get on a proper connection. I've just got to run to the store.
you're doing a respawn. Well done.
Yes, I'm doing a respawn, but I won't actually keep you on speaker while I run around the shop.
Oh, get out of here. I don't keep them on speaker. I just have,
You do.
Dear sir,
No.
you have talk to us from a moving vehicle, from an airport, and I'm sure a third one that I'm forgetting about.
you can't prove anything. Hotels
Pretty
is
sure he
probably
spoke
the
to us from
third.
an airplane as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I remember him in the plane before takeoff. We could still hear him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept cutting out, yeah.
Because y'all were making fun of me, man. I'm just trying to be a part of the show. Y'all mean asses.
You just don't want to be
respawn.
left out.
So,
That's
I mean,
dedication.
that's not it at all.
It's dedication.
Right,
I like
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
drop out again because I've just pulled up at the store now, and I'll speak to you again in a little bit.
Okay.
Thanks for the heads up. That is our field correspondent, not ARF, letting us know absolutely nothing. So, thank you.
He's gone to the lore store for some more lore. That's all.
There you go.
Absolutely.
So we got some big things to talk about this week, haven't we, guys?
We do. Some good things, some bad things. Actually, one really, really bad thing. Unless you love PvP, then it's a really, really good thing for you. Unless you hate PvP, then it's a really, really bad thing for you. And I've begun my ranting already. Continue.
Oh, God.
I'm really curious what in all of the 87 hours of breathless YouTuber, oh my God, the world is solved, Destiny is fine, which is really funny. Like, what are we? Maybe a month after we've all quit Destiny and we've all turned Destiny away, and Destiny's over, and everyone hates it. Destiny's back, they saved it, everything's amazing. Welcome to the roller coaster of Destiny, everyone.
To be fair, MTast, when he said he was bouncing out, he has stayed out.
Yes.
So, to his credit, when he said he quit, he quit.
He has.
So, yeah, no, he's all
Yeah.
about the gotcha games now.
Delete your 3 characters, delete your account, and then I'll believe you.
He still plays. He just doesn't upload anymore because he gets more from Genshin, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
he
he's
gets
on
more,
that.
more viewers
he-
and things.
He's on that. He has his own podcast too with a couple other fellows.
I did see that. He definitely listens to our podcast and got that idea from us.
I mean, that's all YouTube is most of these things are just podcasts with footage on the back
Video.
of them. Like someone used to do for 99 episodes, then he gave up because it was too much work. Because YouTubing is hard. You know what's also been hard? Figuring out the state of Destiny in 2021. The road to the Witch Queen.
Nice segue. Also, what?
That's what I'm here for. Joe Garoth has given us all the information. People wanted information, and they've been asking in the Reddit, going, "Hey guys, aren't we supposed to get a state of the game at some point soon?" Oh, Joe Garoth has given us all the states of all the game.
No, just the one state.
No, I wouldn't say all the game. There are certain things that are missing from the game information thing. There's a lot of information there.
Are they
I mean-
missing, or do they just not care about them?
Well, there's no
Got 'em.
mention of Gambit. There's no mention of Strike playlist stuff.
Nobody cares about strikes, and only I care about Gambit.
That's not true. I'm getting my Gilded Gambit title. Are you?
No, because I looked at the requirements, and there was one that was like, get all the most kills on your team without dying, and do this. And I was like, no, that just seems like too much work.
I've already got that. Everything now it's just like moats banked and stuff like that. Thanks to TQ's bow, by the way. If you haven't used it in that game mode in Gambit, you're doing yourself a disservice. Even without the catalyst, it is top tier in Gambit for real.
Gator, are you a fan of these gilded titles? Is this something that you look forward to, or something just like Peroty and me, like, meh, we get it done if we get it done?
Yeah, sounds like Hazel. Yeah, I'm going for my Gilded Dredgen. In fact, I'm halfway through. I'm almost there.
Hey,
It's the 50 wins that are going to take a while. I'll just have to pick away at those.
Just get some Thunder Crash Titans, you'll be all set. I ran in the 3 matches I ran this week. I just was solo queuing and got put in with a couple groups of either 2 or 3 the Thunder Crash Titans with that new exotic. The Primeval just runs away. He just says, "I'm out. I'm done. I don't want to fight you," and just leaves. I've never seen a Primeval get melted so quickly. It's ridiculous.
yeah, no, the whole Titan thing, especially if you look at that video that I uploaded later with Fallout Plays with all the mods that do all kinds of things, you can get an extra 20 plus 35, an extra 55% damage on your Thunder Crash.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's evil. That chest piece, that everything is evil. So for all you Titans out there that are like, hunters are broken. Lies. No hunter super can one shot a freaking,
Listen.
no.
Listen. You can do the same kind of trick as the Celestial Nighthawk.
You cannot. No.
Yes, you
when
can.
No, the Thunder Crash, because the Thunder Crash,
with the same
the mod that gives you extra damage is a arc super ability mod only. So yeah, no. When you equip that, coupled on to the
Celestial
other stuff,
Nighthawk is higher power.
So
not by much though. It's barely higher power. If you watch that video that I sent you, it was barely higher power than the Thunder Crash, right? And when you add the extra, 20 or 35% to that, it outpaces the Nighthawk.
So
Flat
what
out, dude.
I'm saying is he said that the hunters don't have the most powerful single thing in the game anymore.
Yeah, that's basically all we had going for us.
Yep,
You know?
there's no other reason to play hunter besides that.
I mean, it's a better class, but we're just not as powerful as Titans now. With Bungie Titan mains doing their Titan main things.
Oh, you'll get a solar mod next season and you'll be back on top. Stop moaning.
Mm-hmm.
This is the point where Respawn in the show, hits the point of Destiny is trash. We're all stepping away from it. By the end of the show, he'll be back on Destiny's amazing, and I'm hyped for next week.
No, I didn't. I never said Destiny was trash. I said Titan main Bungie devs are trash. The game was fine. Titans suck.
I'm just saying that Respawn works on the same, shortened time scale as like the community at large. So as Respawn goes, the community goes. He's just ahead of the curve.
I'm there, man. I'm on the front lines. I know what's coming. I'm here to tell you, my brothers and sisters.
So what's not coming though until 2022?
You lost me.
The Witch Queen.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, it was delayed. Yeah.
They said, because games, because hard, because COVID, we're pushing this back to 2022. But before that, we're going to give you an unannounced, until now, chapter of Lightfall to complete the saga, the Light and Dark saga of Destiny. So, Witch Queen gets pushed back, but we get a new season.
No, it's not a new season. It's a new expansion, isn't it? So the unannounced chapter is going to be coming in early 2024. So after Lightfall, which is now pushed to early 2023 because of the Witch Queen delay, it's another chapter after that.
Oh, I misread the order of that when I was looking at it.
Yeah. Doesn't it just fit the Witch Queen, though, that she's messing with us even on a development scale?
Mm-hmm. She's like, no, you don't get what you want.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna be Trixie till the day the game stops being played.
All I know
Anyway,
is we got
read on.
a lot of podcasting to do, and then in the next several years.
We do, and believe it or not, Bungie is actually not doing, badly. The state of the game, with a whole bunch of things that are happening, we'll find out exactly more after we start reading more of this TWAB, exactly how much of a good or bad place it's in. But the state of the game by itself, Titans not being a factor, is fine. I'm a fan. I enjoy it. That's why I'm here, playing on a podcast. What about you guys? What do you think about the delay, though? Are you upset about it? Like, apparently a lot of people are. Are you hoping that this delay is going to make them give us better content, like I'm being hopeful for?
I think we've seen a number of games get pushed out too early this year and last year that have deeply paid the price for that. So I'm happy that there's no overlord saying this game has to come out by this release date, whether it's done or not. Finish the game when it gets finished. Let me play the finished game. I don't want to play your half-finished game because, not naming names, but we've seen how that turns out.
One of them just completely gave up. So, yeah. No longer in production or anything anymore. So that tells you what happens when you push out a half-finished game.
Yeah.
Or you make Sony give refunds at the first time of their console history.
That one too. Yep. I was thinking more of a Destiny where you fly, but yeah, that game also had problems too.
Yeah, put it out, Bungie, when it's done. I'm good with that.
Same.
Can I just say, I played Titan and Iron Banner last night.
Why would you say that?
Oh, I play all three. Sorry, Respawn. Cover your ears.
Earmuffs.
Oh my god, the movement speed. It was so easy to evade enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I was using Tiku's Divination with the Catalyst last night.
Yep.
That bow is so much fun.
Right?
You light them up, and if any of your friends kill them, they explode, and all their buddies with them.
Yeah, but the thing that I don't understand, right, is, okay, so when you tag somebody with a Tiku, let's say you're in a 1v1, right?
Mhm.
You tag them with the Tikus, right? You get the jump on them, you've tagged them. Now you sight in and you detonate it.
Mhm.
They're left with like 3 or 4 health. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Not when I did it.
Really?
You got no. You have to
light is a factor. I'm only
yeah.
13,
And precision.
13, so
Yeah, if you hit him with a precision shot on that follow up, I know it's hard to do because there's no bow targeting mod, on our artifact this week or this season. But man, if you hit him in the head, they're done.
Oh, so maybe I didn't hit him in the head, but yeah, no, he was left with like a fraction of health, and I was so upset. And then I got murked by somebody from the left, but
only 13. I would like to be 13. I'm working my way towards 13.
Well, I'm not even trying this season. I mean, half the season you've seen me playing other games, so this is like passive 13.
Sorry, Nitedemon. I totally derailed you guys.
No, you didn't.
Oh, sir, this show comes out of the box pre-derailed.
Yeah,
doesn't even ship with the rails. So you need to get the rails yourself.
And then the rails don't even fit. It's rails from a whole different track.
Yeah, so I was desperately trying to read back through the Joe Blackburn thing just to make sure that I was telling you guys right, that it was another chapter after Lightfall. I was like, quick, where is it? I can't find it. And I just kept skipping past the first bit and just going down like, no, I've missed it again. I've got to go back up. Just read the whole thing properly. So.
Well, and that's the whole thing. Like, I have a second document that I partially stole from the Destiny 2 wiki of what season is what number, is what name, and when does that fall in real life? Because they keep referring to like the Light and Dark Saga, and then season 14 and season 15, and this and this. It's like, when do these things happen? Give me a timeline. Like, I've had to sit and sort of almost like read with that open, going, okay, when you say this season, what does that mean? When you talk about the Light and Dark Saga, what does that encompass? That's what we've played up from 2014 to now, and then the next 2 expansions. So yeah, Light and Dark Saga is going through 2024 now, 2023.
Yeah. So it's the 10-year cycle that we were initially promised with Destiny in total, and that's going to conclude the Light and Dark saga of the whole 10 years of Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, and then potentially they could then go, right, we're going to scrap all of that or just move on to Destiny, the universe, and whatever and continue the story there.
Here's what I'm curious about. We have what? We have 2 more seasons this year, 14 and 15. Is that Mo correct there? We're in 13 now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Now I wonder if they're going to elongate 14 and 15 evenly, because now we have to wait 3 more months. I'm assuming it's probably going to be February, like when Season of Chosen came out for Witch Queen. I'm wondering if they're going to evenly, because that's 3 more months. I mean, that's like a whole additional season this year. I wonder what they're going to do there in the next 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I can tell you what they're not going to do. They're not going to be sunsetting weapons or armor anymore, as long as it's already at the power cap.
Nice segue.
I can do it too.
I was really happy that they did it that way. Just said if it's already sunset, it stays sunset. If it's not currently sunset, it's not going to be, at least until they work on Sunset 2.0, because they still, their goals are the same, but they realized that this was not the way to do it.
Yeah.
And I've said the last couple of weeks, hey, it's a growing pain. Give them time. They'll figure it out. Apparently, they didn't agree and said, we can't figure it out. We're going to figure out something else sometime after Witch Queen. So, they're going to do something in the future, but not this.
It's going to be the thing that Respawn hates the most, which is going to be more nerfs. That's what's going to happen. They're going to have to nerf something. Or bring something down slightly, or change a mod slightly, or change a perk slightly, so that it brings down, say, like the Fellwinter's Lie, so that people still can use it. But if you want this new hotness over here that we've created, you want to go and use that and leave your Fellwinters. That kind of thing.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. So Respawn, I talked to Joe. I talked to Joe Blackburn, and he gave me the cheat sheet. So get your pencils out, everyone.
Right.
So look for the guns and things that everyone's using all the time for everything, including going to the store and buying milk. That's going to get nerfed.
Yeah.
Look for the gun no one's using and no one's ever heard of, except for that one YouTuber that can do it well and nobody else can. That's what's going to get buffed.
The Sand Wasp gets buffed. Lol.
Yeah. Sand Wasp 100% buffed. No,
Sand Wasp becomes a legendary, by the way.
I love the Sand Wasp, though.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
Bungie doesn't need a buff.
Yes.
It needs another perk, is what it needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what Bungie does. They say, what's not being used? Let's bring that up. What's super overly powerful? Looking at you, swords. Let's bring you down so people have what feels like an option. And it isn't, I think all of this stems partially from Galahorn. Destiny 1, it was you have Galahorn or nothing. You're going into an activity, bring your Galahorn, or we won't even pick you up in the LFG group.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is stuck in their brains, and they're going, we're trying to stay away from a world. We'll see, how will they learn that lesson is debatable, looking at you, Not Forgotten, Lunas, Hal, and Recluse. But
Fellwinter's Lie.
Yeah, well, Fellwinter's Lie. Well, even Fellwinter's Lie is good.
Fellwinter's Crutch.
But it's not good and devastating in the same way, though. You're not. I mean, you can partially cross me with the Fellwinters, but I mean, when the Lunas, Hal, Not Forgotten, you were basically getting sniped with hand cannons from everywhere. So Fellwinters is obnoxious.
You mean like our current meta?
But at least I can see who's
No, our current meta. Look, especially if you're talking about one of the. Well, I didn't post a video because none of us have it, and if you've gone flawless to get it, you already know about it. But the flawless trials hand cannon, that thing, it has a 47-meter drop off. So up to 47 meters.
Yeah.
This is scout rifle and sniper territory, by the way. This thing doesn't even have damage fall off. I'm like, you're joking.
Yeah, we're back on the hand cannon meta, which I really enjoyed our auto rifle meta for the brief time it was here, because now we're back in hand cannon meta again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's because the hand cannon people got upset, so they didn't want to deal with the gnawing hungers. They went, we want our hand cannons back up to power.
Yeah,
well,
they were sad.
But the auto rifle meta, I actually enjoyed. It's the one few times I do go into Crucible and enjoy it, because everyone was just using a gnawing hunger or sweet business and
Action Warrior.
Yeah, that's the one. And that's you have a good go in, you have a good time, even if you lose, because everyone's just spraying bullets everywhere and it's fun.
When the hard light needed a nerf. Let's
When the
just-
hard light got
not
nerfed
for
so
nerfs.
bad, the lore lied about it. That's when you know things are getting bad, right?
When they were like, guys, the hard light, the meme meta weapon that Panoramic said 18 has run from day one in this game, they were like, no, this is too powerful. He's like, they figured it out. It took them a long time, but they finally got there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. I'm still salty about that. By the way, the whole they changed it so bad that the lore regarding the weapon is no longer even valid. You know, it's like that's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Why, man? At least go back and change the lore, right? Don't leave the lore saying that, hey, this weapon has no damage fall off when the weapon now has damage fall off, right? At least redact those words, something. Right now, the weapon is a contradiction in itself, and it drives me nuts every time I see that.
Well, this is where not Arf would tell you. That's why they write the lore very vaguely, so they can go, oh, never mind.
Have you read that? It is very specific about the perks on the freaking gun. No, that lore is not vague in any way. It is very specific as to what that gun's supposed to do. Change elemental types, no damage fall off, ever. Yeah, no, the gun tells you what it's supposed to do, and then they changed it. Sorry. You know what? Continue. Just block me out or whatever, but that tilts me to no end.
Ionized polymer synballistic attack platform. The system's lethality is dynamically robust across tactical spaces. Well, do you want to dive into this now?
Yeah, if you're here, dude.
Now.
Yeah.
Today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products. The first is a quick config interface for outgoing damage. The second is a ricochet projectile that bounces off any surface. And the third is an infinite range, zero drop-off projection weapon platform. So, 3 new products in the Omolon portfolio. But unlike any other product launches, we won't be staggering the releases. We'll be releasing them all at once in a single device in extremely limited quantities. We call it hard light.
Sorry, can you repeat that last bit about the weapon? Sorry, infinite range, zero fall off. Say that again. It sounded vague.
Yes, and the third, an infinite range, zero drop off projection weapon platform.
Infinite range, zero drop. You know what, Peroty? That is very vague. Yeah, no.
But that's when. Hang on. That's when the gun's brand new. It's aged a little bit now because that's back in the golden age. So these guns are potentially a thousand or so years old. So you've got potential there for the drop off there because they're well worn.
What's the warranty on this?
There you go. That's the lore explanation for it.
How many bullets is this gun rated for?
You absolutely suck.
So that's why we need to have the sunsetting, because eventually your warranty runs out, your gun starts performing poorly, and then people just get a subpar experience. That's all.
No, I mean the lore. Like I said, if you're gonna nerf the gun so bad that it actually the lore is lying about it at this point, go back and redact the lore. Right?
This is an advert for it. It's not really lore. It's an advert. How many products out there you've got this fantastic advert for it, and then you get the product in front of you and it's absolute crap.
Yeah, look, that's a fair point, but it's on the gun, it's canon.
But this
lore,
isn't
right.
It is an advert effectively. It's an advert from Omolon for this weapon.
Mm-hmm. But it's also lore.
Yeah, but you remember when?
Now we're butts in the thing. Oh, okay.
Hang on. Let's go back to a little story about Winnebago. They told the people it practically drives itself. So when they got up, when it's going down the highway, made themselves a cup of coffee, and you'd end up in a field, they got sued. Companies do this all the time.
Winnebago is not in Destiny. All right, you can't nitpick what's lore and what's not.
But it could be. It could be. Just because we haven't seen one doesn't mean they don't exist in the Destiny universe, because that is still a later Earth.
Oh my god. Okay. Point of fact is, you can't use this opportunity to pick and choose what's lore and what's not. If everything on guns up to this point has been considered canon,
nobody's saying that it isn't lore. We're saying it's lore.
I'm not.
Well, you said it's effectively an advert now. That made me think it's not lore.
But
Isn't
the
listen
lore
to
could
it.
be the advert. The lore is the advert. The advert is the
The
lore.
lore is the history and the backstories of the game. This is an advert for this gun. That's the lore. That is the lore. But
Please
because
turn
it's an advert, you cannot take that as gospel.
Yes, well done.
Respawn, if you turn to page 3 in the document, you'll see that there's a Venn diagram of an advertisement.
Oh, sorry. The Venn diagram. That I guess that's a thing, huh? But no, man, that is ridiculous, man. It's
No, you were missold something, and now you're complaining.
yeah. I want my money back, Bungie. I pre-ordered
It's
to
like
get that hard
watching the
drive.
magic knife on QVC or the telesales program, and you actually, oh, that looks brilliant. It stays sharp forever, and then getting it home and it's blunt after cutting a slice of bread.
Hold on, no, wait. You need to back up. Are you telling me that knife doesn't stay sharp after cutting a brick? Don't laugh about this. No, don't try to back up this, sir.
No,
I just
no,
I how Brick feels about being cut. He just seems like he wouldn't take it well.
I don't even know how we got onto the hard light here, but
Nurse.
Because it's got a better animation that's much quicker than it used to be.
And then we started talking about, hand cannons and then the auto rifle meta. Look, there was a train of thought. The train may have.
I'm just saying I don't remember how we got here because we've been here for so long.
There was a train. It came off the rails. We're there now.
Yeah, but no. Luckily, though, this is some Need for Speed / freaking Fast and the Furious train. So it came off the rails and has jet rockets underneath it that made it land on a completely different set of rails.
So Gator, what do you think about the power cap not going up 50 points every single season?
I think the power grind's a little crazy. I mean, I know that first week I played Trials, I think I had a raw score of like 1270-ish, and my team did too. And we would have 1305s we were going up against because they had time to grind, and we just jumped off. I mean, it was such a difference in power; it wasn't even fair.
So yeah, you telling me you willingly went into Trials like a psychopath?
Oh, I got 3 messengers. I got my in fact,
me too.
I got a rapid hit Desperado ricochet round. Yeah, I
have Desperado on one. I have rapid hit on another.
You got them on different guns?
I did get them on different guns.
Oh, damn.
Well, same gun, different rolls, but yeah. So
yeah. It took me 3 times. The third card I played, the third character I used, I finally got the roll, and I was like, all right, I'm done. And I haven't seen Trials since.
Good man. Good man.
No, I like how it's going to be only 10.
Trials?
Yeah, not our.
See, there's this mythical game mode that exists in PvP. Not many people have seen and or heard of it, but it supposedly gives you really good guns and armor. Well, guns anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be much more friendly for people who maybe have taken a season off to jump back in. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. It was just let us jump in and play the content.
So with this new power cap thing that they're just only creeping up by 10, does that mean, because they do go on to explain, and I just wanted to kind of clarify this with you guys. So if you hit the max cap, the hard cap this season of 1310 on all your gear, next season you'll already be at the soft cap, so you then only need to progress 10 more light to get to the hard cap next season, which would be 1320. Is that what I'm getting? So the power cap is only going up by 10. But if you've already got to 1310 this season, you should be right. But if you're, say, at 1300 and you just leave it at the soft cap, have you then got to jump up to 1320, or is it going to be 1310 next season? And then season 15, it's going to be 1320.
If you're 1300 and going into the new season, you will have to do your powerfuls to get up to the soft cap and then your pinnacles. If you're already at 1310 going into the new season, you're straight onto the pinnacle grind.
Yeah, that's what I read it as, and I was just getting that from you guys. I thought I just want to kind of clarify that so that it's understood. Because
I think this is a really good move by Bungie, because the amount of time I'm continuously chasing the power cap, continually, I never get to full power cap during the season, and this actually gives me a better chance of actually catching up with everyone else and doing a lot more end game content.
Yeah, it makes things accessible because I'm still not quite to 13. I think I'm at like 1299 1298. And there's things I want to go do, like get my Telesto Catalyst, step into these legendary lost sectors that I can't do. I've gone from having all the time in the world to play and doing all the activities to I have no time to play and do none of the activities. So I've really seen I used to be in sort of the boat of what am I going to do now? I've run the sundial 16 times. I've done this, I've done that. Now I'm going, okay, I have an hour to play today, maybe 2 hours on the weekend. That's what I have for the week. What can I do?
Yep.
And just doing, so I go and say, what can I run 3 of? When could I go? Let me go do a battlegrounds and a half or 2 battlegrounds. What can I knock out to get some progress toward the greater goal? And that greater goal of you need 50 more points is just a treadmill that I don't want to run on anymore. It's just, there's no, it's just that gate of I can't go do the things I want to do because I first have to play a bunch of things to get there. And I enjoy battlegrounds. I'm really enjoying it, but I want to be able to do other things. So yeah,
you want to jump in with the rest of the clan and do all these end game activities. You see everyone else playing.
Totally.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Last season, what was the cap? 13, was it 12?
1260.
1260. And
1250 and 1260.
And the legendary lost sectors, some of them were 1280 and some of them were 1230, I believe. And I still have to get a lot of those exotics still. I've got a couple of them, but I still need to get Mask of Bakris and the new Titan for the Code of the Missile. I can't wait to get that. But they just moved the goal line further back now. Now I have to power up, and I have to wait until I'm a reasonable power before I can go chase those now. Where I was chasing them easily at the end of last season. So that's an example of where you can jump right in and just enjoy the content.
Yeah. And I think also paired with the fact that you now don't have to upgrade your armor or change your armor because of the sunsetting has also helped, because I think I had to search for armor pieces that kind of matched my stat loadout that I wanted to kind of continue going forward, because it had all kind of run out at the end of last season. And then also paired with the fact that we now got the content through the whole year from Beyond Light that you are able to go back and still play. So you can still do your lures from the Crow. You can still do the battlegrounds when the next season takes over. So that's going to be interesting that you can still continually go back and do those things if you do miss out. So I think they've kind of mainly covered the FOMO part of it for going forward in Destiny.
Nitedemon, you don't know how happy I was when I found out that my perfect build of armor, I have one for PvE and one for PvP.
Was not getting sunset?
It's not getting sunset.
Right?
In the last few episodes, I've been saying it. I've been crying.
Yeah.
Everyone's been complaining. Bungie, just give up on the sunsetting. It didn't work. It was.
I think they heard you in your last episode. You just constantly said, there's about 3 times that you said it. I think he doesn't know yet, because by then we'd read this while I was listening to last week's episode, and I was like, oh, bless him.
I know. Bungie listens to us every week.
Yeah.
Wink,
yeah. Okay.
Wink, nod.
But no, because I was trying to be an advocate for the new armor that we're getting from this season pass, because it's got nearly 20 strength on every piece, except of course the butt cape or whatever, right? And the class item
is a Titan, are you?
Well, it's easier to say. I don't know why. Point is you get nearly 20 strength on every piece of armor, right? So there's 4 pieces of armor with near 20 strength, right?
Right.
And then on every piece of armor, you get near 20 in either recovery or mobility. For me, anyway, on my armor, which is great for a hunter. And I was like, wow, this might actually be a good set for me to upgrade into, right? Mm-hmm. And when I got them all masterworked and things like that, it still fell short of my current build. I still couldn't get, right now I have 102 2 aspects, right? That I couldn't get 100 in any 2 aspects, right? I got a bunch of 80s, which is not bad, right?
Aspects.
But no
aspects and fragments now.
No. Aspect of the armor,
your
stats.
Stats.
Yeah, whatever. It's still an aspect. All right, even if the game doesn't call it an aspect, it is an aspect of the armor that you wear. It is a feature. It is an aspect. They're all synonyms. Okay.
It's a stat.
Whatever. You're all fired. Point is I was an advocate for this upcoming armor, only to find out that it fell short from what I'm already wearing. And now, when I heard that it's not sunsetting, I was like you, dude. I was like, yes! So happy. But downside is the mods from this season do not work on the armor that I have from last season. And these mods in the video that I posted are actually kind of brutal. They're good, very good.
What mods don't work?
Never mind. I was thinking of the well ones, the new ones you get from the hammer.
The ones
Elemental wells, yeah, those don't work with last season's armor. It's only this season and up.
Yeah, the ones that go into the same slots as your Charged with Light or your Warmind ones. Because welcome to the sole reason I'm upgrading my Iron Banner armor that I've been wearing for 3 years that I've Master Work, because I can't use the new well stuff, which gives really nice just passive perks on. I was like, oh, I can't put those in this.
Respawn,
Time to make
you can definitely put those new mods on your old armor.
Can you? Because I looked at the Iron Banner armor I have.
Unless they changed it, you cannot. All right. As an example, I'm in game right now. Right?
It shows Charged with Light and it shows the Warmind, but the Elemental mods, I have either 2 or 4 of them, and they were not showing up in the spots.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't show up, dude. Right now, I'm in my inventory
Like that.
Yeah, okay.
looking at my armor, right?
Because
I see
that was one
light
of the
stuff.
things with the armor stuff was they were saying like the mods will be good for like things in the past, but I don't think they were bringing any of those mods forward. So they said you can use your old armor, but it won't be compatible with the newer mods that weren't in the game when that armor came out.
Yep.
Now, whether they update and change that, now that they're not sunsetting it, we'll see. I'm going to guess no. I'm going to guess they're going to say things as they are going to stay as they are. If you want the new mods, use the new armor, because they still want to push you to get new things.
Okay, well, they work on the Season of the Crow, the Season of the Hunt armor pieces. So last season they work on.
Right, I might have been mistaken with the last season. My armor is mixed and matched.
Yeah,
I thought all previous mods are available going forward.
Previous,
all previous
yes.
mods.
Future, no.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm using previous armor, and I can't put future mods on it, is what we're getting at.
Yeah. So
right. Okay. So you can use old new mods on everything, but not old mods. No, sorry, vice versa.
Yeah, reverse that. You can use old mods.
You can
but
use
not
old mods on anything, but only the new mods on the latest armor.
Correct. Or
Well,
apparently from the very last season as well. Apparently, you can put them on.
I've got Season of the Hunt armor on my Hunter, and I can select to go and put those new mods on from the Helm table. But if I look back on my Warlock that's wearing Season of Arrivals, yeah, she can't kind of equip any of those mods.
Yeah, I've got a couple of clan members that have been playing around with builds at the minute, and they're running on triple 100 builds, so 100 recover, 100 resistance, and 100 intellect.
Right.
And the mods they're using to do them are absolutely unreal. It's sort of like there was, I can't remember exactly what it had. +4 energy cost. This mod secondary perk is it gives you plus 20 mobility, and there's another one that's plus 20 strength. If you're combining them with all the other mods you can do on there, it's, from what I can see, it's very easy to do.
Yeah, if you've
I wish we had a way to,
if you've got the mods.
Yeah, no, I wish we had a way to build these builds outside of the game, because I would love to be able to, in the evening, sit at home on my laptop out of Destiny and build some of these things, so I'm not having to do this in the game itself. Because if I'm in the game, I'm playing the game. I just don't want to take the time to then figure out all these builds and build them while I'm in the game.
Didn't you tell us a site that does that way back when? That lets you
Hang on.
build armor?
Well, you can build it, but and then actually apply it. I know I can build it, but then let me say apply this to my character. I know I can build it outside the game, but now let me not have to build it twice. In other words,
yeah.
You can
those
build them
triple
outside
100 specs though. Those triple 100 specs that you're talking about though.
Hang on. You can build them outside the game.
Teach me.
You know what to?
Yeah.
Do you want to teach you? Load up your character in the Bungie app, in the D2 app. Click on the piece of, bring up your character. Click on the piece of armor you want to play around with, and you can actually add all the mods from the app.
Can you now? I have learned.
I've literally got it up in front of me because I double checked this before I brought it up.
Oh, that's not very like our show at all. We say things and then we hope to cover when we're wrong.
And we redacted or corrected in the next episode, dude. How dare you be efficient?
Oh, we made no corrections except for 19 that one time. We don't make corrections otherwise. We just go with it. That okay? I take it all back. Then I have not played with the Bungie app other than pressing the button to say "Give me bounties." That's kind of phenomenal. I did not realize you could do that. Thank you, sir. As we all open our phones, go to our Bungie apps.
The reason why I double checked that because I know I've applied shaders through the app before when I've been playing around at work.
Oh, nice. Oh.
I wish there was an app out there that like Dim can see everything in your inventory, right? And then be like, hey, maximize. Let's say you want to maximize your recovery, your mobility, and I don't know, intellect, right?
Do we tell them?
You can see everything on the Bungie app. You just got to look at it individually to know what you've got.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about looking at things individually. I'm referring to like, hey,
Dim
show me what armor pieces I can use and in what combination to maximize 2 or 3 stats.
I'm pretty sure Dim can do that. I'm pretty sure you can say like, give me a build and focus on recovery and intellect, or focus on this. I think Dim can do that. Destiny Item Manager.
Can it?
I think there's a way to do that where you can say like, give look at all the stuff I have, give me and focus on these traits, max these out, and see where I can get to with them. Now I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
All the
Let's all actually
armor wise.
Let's all get an app each, and do like a review. So say somebody's got Dim, somebody's got Ishtar Commander, somebody's Light, and see what stuff. Just go deep dive into each one individually, and then we can tell people what they can do.
Are you trying to give me homework, sir?
Right?
Yes.
And Dim is the only thing that I have.
There you go. You get Dim.
As far as other apps go, like that's a thing. Hold on. Wait a second.
Yeah. I've used this.
I know I run about 3 or 4 different apps because they all can't do the same thing there. So if we've got an idea, we've almost got like a tick list. Oh, this app can do this, this, and this, but it doesn't do this, but this other app does.
We should while we're not recording a podcast, figure out like here's a list of X number of things. Let's see if let's make a build a little table. Let's see if they can do this or not.
Yeah, I don't see any YouTubers doing that. That might be a thing to do.
They do it.
Do they? How come I've never heard of it?
We had one on the show.
Happy Hour did one on Destiny Item Manager.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But Abby Hour is also doing like the Presage missions. Here data packs are. Here where the here's where the unlocks are. She's been doing a lot of those type things. And yeah, really nice. Like, hey, here's the things you can do with Dim other than move this gun from point A to point B.
All right.
So I know we moved on to the power cap level, but I just want to quickly go back because I can't help it. And Arf messaged me this, and he was right. Sunsetting being removed from Destiny. Yay! What about my vault? Who's going to help me with the vault? Do I get an expansion on the vault?
No, dude. You're never going to get more than what they give you. It's not going to be a thing. It's not going to be a thing, dude.
Dear sir, let it go.
Yeah.
Sunsetting was helping.
Let it go.
Sunsetting.
No. Sunset. Hang on. Sunsetting has helped you because in a way, it's made everything in your vault completely obsolete. So you need to clear that out, and then you can fill it up all over again.
I've just done that. I cleared out everything that wasn't. Well, I say everything. Oh, that's a lie. I cleared out a few things. I cleared out a few things that I knew that wouldn't be infusable past this season. But my breach light, my steel feather repeaters, the season of the worthy stuff that I really like. That's still there.
I have just the service for you.
No.
You hear more about it?
No.
Panoramix 18's Vault Cleaning Services. Has your ghost got too much junk in its trunk? Does your alt hunter have 8 Titan helmets in her inventory? Did you donate more Fraculine than would be considered healthy by 9 out of 10 Cryptarchs? Then call Pan's Inventory Cleaning Service. For a nominal fee, he'll clean out that vault faster than a D1 beta veteran would a loot cave. And it really, really works. So there are ways I can get him. We can make this happen. We can clear your vault out. It'll be nice. It'll be shiny. It'll be clean. You'll walk in and it'll be echo. There'll be so much.
All you need to do is give us access to your vault, to your credit card details, and your bank account.
No. But seriously, with all these new exotics that are coming and the various different roles that you can get on some of those exotics that we're collecting, like the Hawkmoon and the Dead Man's Tail, and the different roles you can get on the armor that maybe you want to keep just because it gives you a different stat. Yes, No, I need a
Just
bigger
no.
vault.
Nitedemon.
There's a lot of no's getting thrown around. Anybody?
No.
Anybody
Nitedemon.
notice that?
No. Nitedemon. I'm your friend in the dark, brother. Because I'm with you, man. I think we should be able to lock in a god roll of any gun, lock it in, and be able to go back and grab it whenever we want.
Apparently that already happens in some games, but also I need to backtrack. You're his friend in the dark.
Well, in this darkness, all these no's being thrown at him.
It's not darkness. it's
Demon's
stasis.
wife. I think you might need a conversation.
Don't mention that word, not arf. I don't like that word.
But seriously, I think we talked about it at least a year ago when we were comparing, putting stuff into our collections. And I said, in Fortnite, in the PvE side of it, in the Save the World
That's
part
what
of
it
it,
was. Yeah.
you can collect various different rolls of weapons. And if you like one specific roll of that weapon, you can put it into your collections as is. And then you can pull it back out whenever you want. So I don't understand if it's in something like that. Why can't it? They must have, because we've talked about it for years, that to keep those weapons that, if people have got weapons going back from day one Destiny 2, like I have, and the different roles and the different stats, so those things are still in the database to be housed somewhere at Bungie because it's still on the system. Unless everybody deletes all the different things and continues with the sunsetting as it goes up, those things are still got to be accounted for because they're still in people's vaults and still around in the game. So why is it not possible to put that specific perk roll of that weapon into your collections for yourself? I really don't get it.
Because Bungie's level of programming prowess apparently is inept when it comes to simple things like, vault expansions. And I've said this many times, but I'll say it again. Bungie, if you need funds, if you need money for any reason, right? You're trying to put out a new DLC or whatever, let people buy vault space for silver. You'll have enough money to fund Destiny the game for another 10 years, right?
Yeah,
I
would be
buy
absolutely
vault space.
broke.
No, I wouldn't, but I'd buy vault space.
You see, this is something that
let's
and-
cure this then, and the fact that the collections tab is absolutely useless. If you unlock a roll of a gun, let you reacquire it for collections.
Yes.
No,
If you've
you
unlocked it,
cannot
yeah.
reacquire randomized gear, bro.
No. Say
It's
if
not-
you
it's not
unlock a
random if
certain
you've
roll
already
of a
earned
gun.
it.
No, I know that. No, I'm going to the whole, it's useless, right? Because, okay, yeah, I see my gnawing hunger there. Let's say I don't have a gnawing hunger. I want a gnawing hunger. You cannot reacquire randomized gear.
Yeah,
So-
but what
so-
I mean is,
so why
once
is it
you-
there?
Once you actually acquire that gun with a particular role, well, not even a particular role, you acquire a gun, say, with multi-kill clip and a Zen moment, say you acquire Gnawing Hunger with Zen moment and multi-kill clip.
Yep. Okay.
You've got that roll of that. You've unlocked that now in your collection, so you can go and pick out that roll. You can't pick up out the other ones because you haven't unlocked them yet.
Yeah, no, we know that. We know that would be nice if that's how it is, right? We're talking about how inept it currently is, not what it could be, right? So you were
But
talking about how it's
that would
useless. I was
cure
building
two
onto
problems.
that.
That would cure two problems in one. It'd cure the fact that the collections tab is absolutely next to useless.
Yeah, it is.
Because whatever you pull out, there's only certain rolls you can pull out of there, and they're no good anyway.
And that's only certain guns you can pull out those certain rolls, right?
Exactly, because they have to be a fixed roll weapon for you to pull them out.
That's a great idea because it's in the UI already. They're already tracking it. And if you had a drop-down menu, just like they do the drop-down trees in like the gunsmith.
Yeah, each weapon's got its own drop-down menu because they know what rolls what perks that weapon can have. So all they have to do is have a drop-down menu and show you all exactly the combination you've unlocked for that particular weapon.
That's even better than locking in one roll. I like that.
I just want to lock in a roll and then never get it to drop again.
I wouldn't mind just throwing like my weapon parts at the collections to see if I can get a good roll of something to come out of those collections. A bit like you did with Destiny 1 when you went to the gunsmith and you re-rolled that weapon.
Yeah.
You could just
Because
you could do
you're
that,
only
but
unlocking because you're only unlocking that doesn't matter what power cap it drops at, because you're unlocking a roll. So you'd get people stood. That would solve also your collections, not your collections, what they call it, the other tab, your inventory space. where you're throwing
Yeah.
your tokens at Shax, where you're throwing your tokens at Zavala, then you show
Not
throwing all
anymore.
your weapon trap parts at the gunsmith. But
Yeah.
that would because you're going for the rolls, then you want those rolls, so that would clear up some inventory space there
And create a ton of content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just that, but like, okay, in another game that I've been playing a lot of, we won't mention its name, but if you've unlocked a weapon perk, right? You can go to that weapon and apply that perk, period, right? Say you got, hey, this weapon had this one perk and I got another roll of that one weapon that has a different perk. Holy crap, I can go back and I can add the first one that I really like to this weapon, crafting wise, right? So, I mean, instead of us grinding for the role that we want, which I know gives replayability, air quotes, right? So why not just we unlock roles in general and we can build our weapons, and the only thing you'd have to grind for is the materials to build your weapon the way that you want it, right? Put everybody on the same playing field, not just somebody that has perfect RNG looking at you ass across versus somebody like me that takes 40 times to go through a freaking raid to get the exotic type of RNG, right?
Oh,
so
talking of raid, I've got my first clear of the Deep Stone Crypt.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
So, 3-peaking is being removed from comp and trials. How do we all feel about that? Because we are top trials players that get really frustrated by the 3-peaking.
I mean, I get frustrated by 3-peaking trials or not. I, however, did not see how they're doing it. Run me through it.
Well, first off, does everybody know what 3-peaking even is?
Yes.
And why is it called 3-peaking?
Because you're in third-person view and you can see around corners where otherwise you wouldn't be
You
able
do
to.
know something. Don't pretend you don't know things then.
You knew it
What?
then. Congratulations. No. Yeah, no, because honestly, I keep hearing about 3-peaking. I know what they refer to, and you're exactly right. Getting into a third-person view so you can sit behind cover and scope out where the enemy team is, what sight lines are they using, where are they sniping you, so you can just. And I guess in trials matches for people who are good and patient, it was like bringing matches to a halt because it was both teams basically sitting on either side of their line, going, "All right, I see them. Okay, they see us. We're all just going to sit here and no one's going to make a move because we know exactly where you are."
Well, it's not
Because
just
you
that,
can
but
see
that
what's
doesn't
going
make
on
any
without
sense
exposing
because
yourself.
you're going to have to rush each other. Golden Tillman in the chat said, yeah, no reconstruction is a no-go. But
Well, I mean, eventually, but if you can see where the other team is, or at least some part where the other. I mean, yes, you may say some of that's tactical, but it's also if you're playing a first-person shooter, sitting back and just waiting for the other team. This is not a real-time strategy game. You're meant to go and slaughter each other. Sitting back and waiting to get slaughtered. That's what the snipers are for. That's what the lanes are for. And as far as how they're doing it, they're basically turning off emotes in trials and competitive. Period. Full stop. You cannot emote. And they're not letting you pull out any weapon that puts you into a third-person view without ammo in it. So if you pick up heavy, I presume you pick up heavy, you put in your sword, then you can run around with your sword, but you can't pull your sword out without the ammo in it to use that third-person view.
Which is what they should have done a long time ago.
Yeah, so this is all coming in not this season, not next season, but in season 15. In season 15, they're making these changes, which, given the vague, seasonal time frame, should be the September to December. Whatever the exact dates of that season are, basically end of the year. Whatever that season's going to be, that's when these changes are coming to fix the 3-peaking and trials and competitive. Like Nitedemon said, as pro top tier trials players, is this a thing you've even ever thought to do? Because I run in, I shoot people in trials, I get murdered, and I move on with life. But apparently, it's an issue for people.
I don't 3-peak with emotes, but yeah, the main reason I carry swords in PvP is to do that. Yeah. So it is the thing that I've done. But most of the time I'm hiding behind a corner 3-peaking because I'm ambushing somebody because my sword has ammo, not because I'm just trying to get intel.
I kind of 3-peak a lot, but it's normally after I've been killed and I can just look around. That's the next thing they'll do. They'll let one of the players actually die, and they can actually tell everyone where everyone else is.
Well, what they do, like when you die in trials, you can still communicate with your team, right? There's been other games that I've played, like Call of Duty. I think it's Call of Duty, where if you die, you can't communicate with your team. You can give no information, right? So they're still just as unaware, right? Whereas in trials, like let's say you're going up against a team that you're kind of evenly matched with. Well, the ability for one guy to communicate, not only just communicate from his orb, but swap to other people's orbs and like watch their backs while they move forward, kind of thing. That's a big asset, right?
Yeah,
Take
that's
that
something
away,
that,
then what?
that's something that I used to do in Destiny 1 when I was playing with my friends. I would intentionally die somewhere near the enemy team and then just relay the information back to them because they were top tier players, and you know.
Yeah, and then if they knew
And
where the other team was attacking from, there you go, done.
And we've just clued up everyone else to the new style of 3-peaking.
It's a new style, dude. There's nothing new about it. It's been happening for a while.
That nobody that
Yeah,
plays
but-
Trials regularly listens to this show. We are the noobs of Trials.
Yeah.
Nobody comes here for the information on getting to Trials flawless because we can't even do it.
I've never seen the Lighthouse still to this day. I've gotten 5 wins in a row.
Oh,
I've
I've
never
seen
said
the
it.
lighthouse, but it's way off in the distance, and I've got no chance of getting there.
Hey, I know what that thing is. Brother
I would-
Van out there.
Well, see,
Oh,
I
man, it
clearly am
looks
the
so
pro
different
here.
up close.
Yeah, right.
I went to the lighthouse exactly once in Destiny 1 because I was watching a streamer at like 5 a.m. and he did a raffle and I happened to win it.
Oh,
That's the only time I've ever been to the lighthouse and will ever be to the lighthouse through
Shut
dumb luck and no real effort of my own.
It's a beautiful place.
It is.
It's very shiny. It's warm.
Very serene.
We'll have to see if we can actually find a really good couple of streamers or something that can actually take us to the lighthouse one by one and just completely carry us there, and we can stream it live or something.
Nobody that plays Destiny right
2
now
times in the hunt to go to the lighthouse.
that is going to be able to carry me to the Lighthouse.
That's a
Not
We're
bad.
at breakfast now, are we?
We have moved on to breakfast.
I've just been muting, but no.
We've gone from clicking to breakfast. Well, I mean, there was a time where there was a list that Nitedemon had because he had 2 friends that had carried people to the lighthouse that I never got on that list. But they were doing lighthouse carries for Frozen folks back in D1. It could happen. And then they decided they didn't love us anymore, didn't love Destiny anymore. I don't know.
No. We're playing Trials, right? I don't know if you guys watched the stream, but we're playing Trials. Oh my god, that noise is hurting my ears. We're playing Trials with
Who is we?
Demon, me, you, and Demon, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
And Demon's all like, "Oh, maybe I should put on my flawless emblem." Oh my god! You want to talk about things getting immediately worse? I don't know if the RNG was just worse, coincidentally, or if his flawless emblem had something to do with it.
I
but
didn't put it on.
as soon as he said, "I'm gonna put it on," the teams got significantly worse. Mister, oh, we got 2 wins. Oh, we got this. Proceeds to lose the next 3 games in a row.
Sir, that's how Trials
No.
works.
That's nothing to do with an emblem. That's the we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've dirtied
Well,
us.
I
That's how
knew
this works.
that ahead of time, right? I was flabbergasted as soon as he said it. But yeah, no, Mr. Oh, I have a flawless emblem. Great. No, go ahead and put that on. Taunt them with it as they, use our corpses to clean their teabag mess stuff.
Yeah.
Flawless emblem, but Nitedemon is too proud to wear any of his elite trials gears or use his elite trials because he does not have them.
No. So something that's being changed and not removed is stasis and light subclasses. They're getting adjusted.
They are. We're going to try to balance stasis with everything else. See how this
and,
goes.
We're going to superpower the light subclasses.
Thank God.
No, I'm interested. Where's this written at? Because I'm looking at the 12. I don't see where that's written.
We haven't made to the TWAB yet.
Oh,
We are still in Jogoroth. There's a lot
right.
there. There's a
Guys,
novel.
I'm gonna have to drop out because
you always
The
do.
shark.
Get out of here.
the sharks
It
are
was-
circling.
It was lovely to have you.
What? No. Don't thank him for being here just long enough to validate my statement and then invalidate it by calling it an advert. No, get out of here. Leave. Go.
Good to see you, Nodorf.
Yeah, whatever.
Good to see you too. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Flipping Frickin'.
So Respawn, don't worry, because it's all good news for you.
Okay.
They're buffing the Behemoth Titan. They're tripling all the specs of the Behemoth Titan.
Oh yeah, no, great news.
No, for the Behemoth Titan, they're decreasing super damage reduction, increasing super energy cost when performing light attacks, removing the area of effect freeze on the casting of the super, and reducing the traveling efficacy of the Shiver Strike when slowed. So basically, they're giving it the Striker Titan treatment of you were fast, you were powerful, you could cross the map. We're taking all that away from you now.
Did you see that video? No,
Which
okay.
they should. I mean,
Yeah.
it is. I mean, I still feel like a drunken toddler when I play it, but I'm told other people can actually control the super and do well with it.
I was watching just a random YouTube channel, and this dude was killed by the Frost Titan as soon as he popped a super, right? He spawns. That same Titan in that same super kills him a second time. He spawns again, and the Striker Titan is in his field of view, almost killing him a third time by the time it runs out. I was like, that's
Striker or Stasis?
Well,
Stasis, sorry. Stasis.
Well, I've got a story for you, Respawn.
What's that?
My buddy Larman Kentucky was playing Gambit yesterday, and he sent a clip to our Discord. He killed the invader, which was a hunter, Stasis hunter. Killed him. 16 seconds later, his tornado that he threw before he died killed him.
That might have been me. Go back and watch that video. Because I did that exactly. No. I invaded.
16 seconds.
And I knew
You're not the only one. That's every hunter move in Gambit. That is the new truth rocket in Gambit.
No,
Hunter invade, throws the tornado, and they follow everyone forever.
I didn't shoot it at anybody though. They were all.
You don't have to. It follows you.
My statement. What happened was I knew I was gonna die, so I popped my super on the bank, and then I got killed. And I'm on the other side, and like I don't even know how long it shows the feed pop up with my tornado has killed somebody. Like forever ago, I was like, from forever ago, and I was like, that is nuts.
So what you're saying to me is that you're calling for a nerf on the tornado.
If you up the tracking, yeah, you can down the time. It does stay there a long time, but the tracking is ass on it. So,
really,
yeah,
always seems to find me.
Yeah.
Well,
stop running towards it because I can't seem to have it.
I'm trying to run away from it, Respawn, and I can't run away from it fast enough.
It follows you. All you hear is doon 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 doon. As everything starts to turn blue and you start to move slower and slower, and then you're just dead.
I see. But no, I always have a problem with it actually like chasing people once I've missed them. And even with a lot of these hunters with their dodge roll and the Ice Titans, even if I pop it on them and it freezes them, they'll dodge out of it and run away from it because they are faster than the tornado, and that's so infuriating.
Well,
Note the time, but up the tracking,
so well.
or up the speed, or up something on it because it is lacking in one of those departments.
What they are going to do is they're going to decrease the Withering Blade damage and tracking. They're going to decrease the slow stacks applied to targets and remove the Shatter Dive damage reduction. And Warlocks, you guys are getting bug fixes. That's it. They're facing a bug where the Ice Flare bolts wouldn't track targets immediately on creation, and the bug where the Shadebinder super projectiles were not tracking until a certain distance had been traveled. So, sorry, Warlocks, you get bug fixes. Titans and Hunters, you get some nerfs and buffs, and we'll say the word balance, but we all know it's still not going to be balanced with light subclasses.
We knew this was coming, didn't we? We knew it was coming because the Warlocks had already had their nerf. Now they're being slightly adjusted to be a little bit back in line. And, the Hunters and the Titans have got to have their nerfs again.
Yeah. And then just generally, they're decreasing the Crystal Shatter damage, just across the board. Crystal Shatter damage, period, is being decreased.
From every class, you mean? Not just Hunter?
Yeah, everything. Just all across the board, Crystal Shatter damage, no matter who uses the Crystal, who shatters, less damage.
I see how they're like, oh, we're going to decrease everybody's. But in honesty, right? The only people that really utilize the shattering is the Hunters, right? I mean, as a Titan, do you utilize the Shadow Crystals much?
No, because I know there's a Hunter that's going to Shatter Dive me.
Right. And
if you see a crystal, you run away.
So basically, they might be nerfing it for everybody, but it's really just a Hunter nerf, which, I get.
Well, Titans with the slides as well. Come on.
Yeah, Titans do slide through it. And also, when there's a lot of crystals, just that like area of effect damage, it feels like if you're anywhere near there, you die. When those crystals start going off, any sort of big crystal area, like from a super or a bunch of grenades, just gets destroyed. Everything dies.
Hmm.
And these are happening, they say, during the next season, during this season, next season, 13 and 14 is when these changes are coming. So they don't say specifically, these are dropping on month and day, but just over the next, 5 or 6 months, these changes are coming to the game.
Yeah.
But they're telling us early so we can prepare for them, so we can be mad about them all over again.
So yeah, you can prepare your respawns rant like well in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see how they fixed your melee not being able to one shot in Frost Titan mode anymore? So how they adjusted that?
They didn't.
They did, because they've given you an aspect where now your melee can just make a wall of ice going towards somebody that will absolutely give you time to kill them. So,
that's not fixing it. I still melee past people all the time in Iron Banner.
Yeah.
well, then swap
Hence,
over to one
hence
that
the drunken toddler.
ice punch instead of the shoulder charge. And
I'm
you'll be
trying to imagine it. Drunken toddler.
That's from day one how I felt. I almost don't want to pop the super in PvP because I know I'm going to either slide past people and not kill them,
I'm not talking about the
freeze them, and then not shatter them.
Yeah, I'm talking about the your regular like shoulder charge, non-super shoulder charge, right? You have an aspect now which turns that into a like you basically punch and
you have
like
an
a
aspect.
line of ice comes out. No, you do. Titans do.
You have to slide and do the punch.
Yeah, but it still gives you an alternative to the shoulder charge, which I think is more effective than your ice shoulder charge currently.
First, you have to get the aspect, which is why I'm saying maybe you do, but I do not.
So saying that, I did watch the Fallout video where he went over some of the mods from this season, and the one from the artifact that is called Glacial Inheritance. Yeah, that's the one.
The video
Where-
that Yep.
Yeah, defeating targets with your stasis super refunds super energy. And that has been really helpful in Iron Banner this week with running a Glacier Titan. So if you can get like even 2 or 3 kills, it refunds some of your super energy back. But the most I was getting was like about 4 or 5 kills if I was getting them on a capture point, because I was saving it until I could see that they were near to a capture point, and then I would run over there, pop it just before I was kind of in distance, and then just do that throwing punch to get there quicker, and then slam. And I'd get about 2 or 3 of them trying to run away. It was quite good fun.
But did you notice that Iron Banner this time around had a lot, and I mean a lot, of Middle Tree Arc Warlocks? They're so freaking fast now, dude. It's crazy.
Yes, but half of that was because of the quest that they've got in Iron Banner at the moment, that you have to use an Arc subclass for the beginning part of the quest.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Yeah, I get that, but the fact that this one guy killed me with a super 5 times in a match is crazy, dude. He's getting back so fast. That Geomax stabilizers plus that new mod that helps you get your Arc supers back, just so many things. So many things this season is just
Gator, you just have to jump in and speak.
No, I'm polite. He's stating his point. I just said plus Chaos Reach is one of the only ways that we can stop a stasis Titan or a stasis Hunter. Because face it, nobody uses a stasis Warlock in Crucible.
not anymore. No,
it's just garbage.
Not with them being underpowered and now completely broken.
Yeah, and I didn't even know they were bugged. I was wondering why my projectiles, when I put my super up, it was just sailing past people. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, apparently you have to take 10 steps backwards, then pop your super, then maybe your projectiles will work.
Oh, okay. Good point, Peroty. I was doing it all wrong. I'm sorry.
If you only had a tornado, you could just like set it and forget it and then walk away.
Yeah, throw it, forget it, and just go fight someone else on the map.
Look, to be honest, the tornado, we all know that the Chinese stars, the frozen Chinese stars, or ninja stars, or whatever you want to call them, whatever PC phrases out there, shurikens.
Is that the Withering Blade? Is that what that is called? Or is that Withering Blade?
I got it on right now, I'll tell you.
Is that the super or is that the melee? Because I don't know all the names.
Withering Blade is to toss a stake and shuriken at targets to damage and slow them. And let me tell you, they have 100% aim assist. 100%.
120 easy.
And you can ricochet them off surfaces
It
behind.
gets better aim assist after you've bounced it, yes, but the initial throw does not have a ton of aim assist on it.
Okay.
You have to, if you're aiming at somebody, you have to aim at them. But if you bounce it off a surface that's close to somebody, aim assist gets a little better.
Pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, they did nerf how fast we can throw it though, because I used to be able to just whoosh, literally that fast, and they're both out. Now it's like
do that again. How fast?
nope.
On,
But
give us
now
a-
it's like there's a good full second between throws now, and I'm like, when the hell did they do that, and why didn't they mention it? Because there's an actual speed nerf when it comes to throwing the damn shurikens now, and I wasn't told about it, and I'm not happy about it. Nope.
They probably told you. You probably just don't remember.
Nope.
And I'm not saying that because I remember, but again, I can't remember what the abilities are called. So
It's the same thing with that Bungie app. Nobody told you that you could go in there and equip mods. It's like, where has that come up in a 12? That is really helpful. They did say other things that you could do with the bounties, but they never said, oh, by the way, you can actually equip mods whilst in the Bungie app. It does help if you've unlocked your gear. So if you're only sitting at 4 energy, you can only put something up to 4 energy in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't upgrade the energy as you're sitting there, but things like that, they need to tell people a lot more.
I mean, if you're never going to give us back Crucible, what was the thing where you get to build your own Crucible stuff? Or you get to test a bunch of Crucible maps? What was that you
We never
sponsored?
built anything. Crucible Labs.
Crucible
Nope.
Labs, yeah. Just
that
make
doesn't- never
make some
happened.
little Guardian Labs, right? Hey, I have this piece of armor. What if I maximized it? How much energy would it give me? What if all these pieces that I currently have were maximized, right? You don't actually maximize them, but it shows you what the stats would be if you did. You know what I mean? Something like that would be really cool. That way you can future build, you can build craft, things like build crafting. That's the word. Build craft. Just a Destiny build crafting app. There you go. Game over. Done. There's my idea for any devs out there. I came up with it first, so I expect royalties. Thank you.
No.
Assuming the APIs will support it.
You don't really need an API to support it. You just need the API to tell what a person has in their inventory. After that, the app itself can determine, what stats the thing's going to have after it's been given, a masterwork or whatever, right? That's all. That doesn't change. You don't need the API for that. You just need the API for the list of weapons and mods that this individual owns.
I think
And
you
all the
can
stats
do
around
that.
them.
I think you can do some of that in Destiny Item Manager. You can actually temporarily equip the mods to see what you can get stat-wise.
Yeah, again, just the mods, though. I'm not talking about just the mods. I'm talking about, like you said, you can only equip something if you got, 4 energy, up to 4 energy. Well, what if I wanted to masterwork this particular piece of gear and then add it to what I have now? Show me what that looks like, That way I know whether or not I want to masterwork this new helmet that I got,
Well,
I
it
don't know.
sounds like you have to do some research in Destiny Item Manager.
Sounds like
Okay.
Destiny Manager D2 check was something. I feel like there's something out there that'll let you do it, or at least get you part of the way there.
Okay. Well, I've beaten that to a dead whatever. Let's move on.
Sounds like cheating.
No, you're not actually making. Okay, whatever. You're not actually making the changes. You're just seeing what it would be.
It was a segue. It was a segue.
Get on the segue. We're going on a tour of the nation's capital. First, on your left, we're going to double the size of our security team. On your right, we're going to send surveys out to players so you can get a better sense of if cheating is working. So if you're getting surveys from Bungie saying, "Hey guys, what's your experience like? Are you seeing more or less cheaters?" Be honest, be sane. There's a human on the other side of them. Give them good feedback. That's how they're collecting it to know if their actions are working. And on your up here on the right, about 2 blocks, they're taking aggressive legal action against cheat developers, which I'm glad we have them on the show this week because Mr. Gator, Bungie and Riot allege that Santos and Gator Cheats staff sell and distribute cheating software through a website. What is your response to this?
Gator, why they took your name, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
So anyway, Bungie highlighted, that they had, are working with Riot on a company putting it, basically developing all these cheats for Destiny and other games, They say, access to the cheating software ranges from $90 a month to $500 for lifetime access to the cheat. So basically, they're going after the developers of these cheating softwares in addition to the cheaters who are using the software. And they're not getting into further details about what they're doing to combat cheating because, just like 3-peaking, if I can 3-peak what Bungie's doing, I know what they're going to do, and then I can counter it. So, yeah. We're also overhauling trials and making it, a thing that people might want to play. Reward structure, overhauled. Matchmaking, overhauled. They're going to try to improve.
Details, but they're overhauling.
No, there's minor details. They're going to improve the overall health of the trials matchmaking pool, both by incentivizing a wider audience to engage and by defining a separation of skill tiers. So
again,
maybe
no details.
What we've been saying about, hey, you really good people over here, you less good people over here. They're going to try to make people stick with their cards longer and try to stop them from recycling the card after one loss, again, somehow. But here's the one that really got me thinking. Investigating opportunities for solo players to participate in trials regularly.
That is interesting.
Again, no details, but I have so many questions.
1v1s.
Yeah, 1v1 me, bro. 1v1 trials.
1v1 bro.
That might be interesting if it is matching you up against somebody similar skill level on the same card, kind of.
It's going to be a solo queue. There's not going to be any 1v1 stuff, you psychopath.
No.
1v1s would be amazing. You'd have a chance.
It's going to be like every LFG trials group you've ever joined. You won't know what number they are on the card, and when they do finally get that win and leave, then you'll know. Oh, okay. And there's no communication.
When you get completely curb stomped and you don't even get a single kill, but that one guy snipes everybody in the head 14 times
straight. Yep.
Yeah, just get on the bus and get carried. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Yeah, it's like, will there be a solo queue playlist for a highly competitive 3v3 activity where you need to talk to each other? But yeah, I think to Gator's point, it'll be like every LFG group you've ever joined. And after trials, don't worry, Nitedemon, they're going to refresh Iron Banner. Again, no details, but they're going to refresh it. It's less fresh. It'll be more fresh.
What do you guys think about the solo playlist for Iron Banner?
I like it as an idea. I didn't use it this season because I tried to go in there with people, and it was a bad experience. But I like the idea of solo because when I use a solo, I usually get better wins. It's still a 50-50. You're either going to mercy them or they're going to mercy you, but I think it averages out better that way.
Gator?
I can speak from experience. During the day, everyone's at work. I'm off for the day. It's nice to be able to jump there like a Monday morning. And the one thing I always complained about last year was getting team stomped by 6 when you're just trying to jump in and play a few games before work. And it's nice to be able to jump into the solo playlist, and it like Respawn said, it's 50-50. I've been stomped and I've stomped, and it's a welcome change, and I actually hope they do bring it for trials just for people to jump in and try it. But I have a feeling it's going to be a mess, but it'll bring a lot of people to the playlist, right? Hopefully.
It's going to be interesting how they can implement it.
Nitedemon, I'm a big fan of Iron Banner like you are. I look forward to Iron Banner every time it comes around. And,
I don't know what it is about Iron Banner, but there's something
wrong with y'all.
There's something there.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called mental health deficiencies, dude.
Maybe it's because the rewards are attainable. They used to be attainable when it was just like, as going into the 6v6, either a solo or 6-stack. But you could slowly play the game mode. You could still earn your powerful rewards. You could still earn those really nice weapons. And I think that's what's kind of continued. I mean, a lot of people get sick and tired of Iron Banner, but it's something that I actually enjoy.
But see, I can see the point about it's a better way to get gear. Absolutely, 100%. I'm on board with you. But as far as liking the game mode, just because gear is more accessible, the two things don't track for me. I like being able to get gear easier, but the game mode is still, I don't know. It's PvP for me, and we know how I feel, I guess.
I appreciate it's a way to get, higher light level gear sort of in an in-game perspective, but you're not playing like a Trials or a Master Nightfall. It's like not an end-game activity. Like, yeah, you may go in and get stomped a bunch of times, but it's sort of if you just persist through, you're going to get something out of it. And it's very clear what you have to do. It's not go play this and hope that this drops for you. It's go play this. Here's a reward. Yeah, the roll may not be what you want, but at least you're going to get something out of it. And it will be a higher light level. Even if you're just getting infusion fuel, it's at least infusion fuel. And the freelance playlist has been a godsend. I've jumped into a little bit of both. And the freelance, sometimes you just need when you're playing after work and everyone else is with 5 or 6 stacks or their Trials team going in. Also, wait until the weekend when everyone is in Trials and then go from there. Because that was my experience earlier in the week versus like I think I played like Wednesday evening and then I played a little bit, this morning and last night, Friday and Saturday. Very different experience when the Trials pool has the trial people in it. It feels like.
Yes, and let me give you a parody. Let me give you an example of why Iron Banner is so much better than Trials. If I play a weekend of Iron Banner, I'm going to get 4 pinnacles for each of my characters at the end of the weekend. I'm going to get a ton of drops of pulse rifles, which the new pulse rifles is my bay now. It's awesome. You're going to get a ton of loot. You're going to get a ton of really cool Iron Banner gear. And I'm sorry, but the actual armor just looks bad.
Yes.
You could put the bleep there. And let's switch over to Trials now, right? You can go all weekend, not get a single win, not get a single token, and not get a single piece of gear. Total waste of time.
Well, you could still get the engram from wasting your time.
Yeah.
That's the one, and that's the only reason I've stepped into Trials is because now you can go and play. It's about an hour and a half. I think it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours of you can go in, lose every match, get slaughtered. You can go in and jump off the map for an hour and a half, or probably less at that point, and you will at least get the 3-win reward. So there's at least a call it a guaranteed way to get that reward out of that game mode. But that is a crummy way to spend your time.
And not to mention,
it's way more rewarding and satisfying.
Not to mention your KD will tank all that weekend.
Not
10 straight losses.
There's an easier way for you guys to get the 3 wins, right? So when Trials is about to end for the weekend, right? Mm-hmm. If you jump on then, we got 2 wins, not in a row, but we got 2 wins where the other team just jumped off the cliff, right? Because people are coming in, killing themselves 10 times and getting the engram. Because you just need 10 losses to get the engram, right? Mm-hmm. So 2 of the 3 matches that I played on a character that I won't mention just to get another shot at the pulse rifle, they just killed themselves, right? The next round we had to fight, right? And then we won that one. And then the round after that, the whole team killed themselves. And now we have 3 wins. I'm like, what? And yeah, because they were just trying to get it done before Trials was over.
Right.
So
if you want to get on it, if you can come on in the middle of a work day, sure, great, wonderful. And run into, have the luck to run into 2 or 3 teams that are doing that. I have never seen a team that's jumped off the map, no matter when I've played Trials, D1 or D2.
No, me, you, and Demon have been teamed up against a team that killed themselves. It was one of the first Trials that we played.
Did we?
For the show. Yes. We have, the 3 of us, seen a team kill themselves, and we were very confused as to why.
Okay.
It happened 4 matches on the first week when I was trying to get Messenger.
See?
4 separate games, people just jumped off, or they got their new grenade launcher and blew themselves up against the wall.
Which, if you don't have, talking to you, Peroty.
Sir, have you not consulted the feed in this very Discord?
No. You got it?
He's got it.
I did indeed. I just got it last night.
Did you use it yet, though? Did you play
with
it?
Yeah. I have bounced grenades past many people in Iron Banner this
Yo, put Ambitious Assassin on it, and chain reaction changes your life, dude. That is mountaintop levels of good. Not quite mountaintop.
Okay. How do I apply those mods to this gun?
No, the perks, isn't it?
Yeah, the perks.
You can select them.
Open it up.
I didn't realize it wasn't randomly rolled. You can tell.
While he's doing that, explain what weapon you're talking about.
All right, so I'm talking about the grenade launcher, which is called the Salvager's Salvo. Okay.
Okay.
And-
How do I get that? How do I
It's
get that?
not the rocket launcher.
I actually don't know how I started the quest. I think Zavala gives it to you. Somebody gives you a quest called something that I don't know because it's finished. I don't have it anymore.
Oh my god!
But you
Somebody
know you
gives
have
you something in
if
the
you look at
game.
the board, and it shows you're gonna get a single round fired grenade launcher, right? But here's the catch: it's not single fire. At least not if you get kills with it, right?
I believe it's from Banshee. You go and collect it from Banshee, and it's called Cold Pins and Fragmentation.
That one, yes. Now, the reason this is so good, so it comes stock with spike grenades, really good. It comes with quick launch, again, really good. But you can choose in the first column between Ambitious Assassin and Demolitionist. I heavily recommend Ambitious Assassin because people are like, whoa, how do you get what if I only shoot one guy with this? I have to reload and shoot another guy. Yes. If you shoot and you kill only one person and you reload and shoot another person, that is still within enough time to proc Ambitious Assassin. For those that can't get the multi-kills with the one shot, right?
Assuming you've picked up more green ammo at that point.
Right. Well, I mean, I have all of my armor is spec'd out with grenade launcher finder, grenade launcher scavenger, grenade launcher reserves. Do that. You'll
So
get a
again,
bunch.
assuming you have the ammo, and it's called it's a messy business quest. I'm sorry, messy business quest is where you get from the tower to start this.
And in the last slot, you can get either Vorpal Weapon, very good overall, and Chain Reaction. In PvE, freaking Ambitious Assassin and Chain Reaction is the only way to go. I mean, that's it. Because the Chain Reaction kills count towards Ambitious Assassin. And I almost never have less than 2 rounds, and a one-shot grenade launcher. Just the world is on fire. And it's amazing. Although it's arc fire. Because it's an arc weapon. It's not a solar weapon. So the world is covered in lightning? Doesn't matter. I've only had it very briefly, and I've already got 382 kills just from the couple of activities I've taken it in. Just it racks up kills like nobody's business. And it comes with a masterwork in handling. It's also got mad velocity, very good blast radius, and then the reload speed base is really good. So you put on a freaking grenade launcher reload spec on there. Yo, I mean, you've won Destiny, okay? You have nothing else to do. You have won the game of Destiny with this weapon. It's amazing.
So what mod would you put onto this to help you not bounce grenades past people?
I put on major spec because I use it in PvE. If you want PvP, you probably want something either freehand grip or maybe targeting adjuster. I don't know, maybe. A lot of people put
Quick access sling.
one. Yeah, quick access sling. That's what I was getting to.
So you can swap your primary.
On that thing. That way, if you damage somebody with it, you can swap to your primary faster and finish them off. With whatever primary you have. But I personally haven't taken this in the PvP because I'm like you, things bounce. So don't rely on the bounce, Peroty. Try to shoot it and release the trigger when it's close to them. That way, by the way, that's another thing. It's one of those release the trigger, detonate kind of weapons, right? So with Bungie's last patch, if this kind of weapon hits somebody directly, it just detonates flat out. Although I've still seen it bounce. Bungo, fix yourself.
So what you're saying, it's basically like a fighting lion archetype. If you're terrible with the fighting lion, you'll be terrible with this too.
Yes and no, right? Supposedly, when it's not broken, you hitting somebody with this will detonate, and it will bring them close to death, if not kill them. Okay? So
I was hitting people with it. I was just hitting people near it. I aspire to hit people with it, but we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, but I can't judge it on PvE. PvP. I haven't taken it in there. But as far as PvE goes, it is a monster, the likes of Mountaintop. Okay.
Have you got such a weapon, Gator?
Would like to say I have it, but no, I'm still working on it. The getting the points, I've gotten all the just getting the points to get it is what I'm waiting to do.
Yeah, I think I'm on that as well. It's just
Yeah,
it's slow.
Yeah, you
Very
need
slow.
3,500 points, and it's a slog. I I was so mad. I had finished my my second Gambit match. I was going to put the game down, and I needed 6 more points. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" So I was like, "All right, time to finish this up then." Yeah, the 7,500 points. I don't know what you get per, because it's go play Strikes, go play Gambit, go play Crucible, but it's a lot of it because I've been working on that quest since the season started, and not dedicating to it, but just doing it in the background, kind of. And there's a lot to it.
I played 4 hours of Iron Banner last night with my friends, and I think it moved up 200 points.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
What?
4 hours of Iron Banner.
Oh, anytime you're welcome. Anytime.
You just described Nitedemon's perfect evening. Now he just needs to,
It was a lot of fun
to make the time and send people away.
Warcry, Larman, Kentucky. We had Kato with us. We had Lumina with us last night. Just all good friends, good people.
You know what? That sounds perfect to do something like crossplay, which apparently is coming in season 15.
Oh,
And they're going to do some beta testing in season 14. Probably not with us.
You guys are
Be
pros
with
with
the
the
streamers.
segues. As I stepped all over it, sorry.
No,
But no.
it's fine.
Yeah, Gator though. Isn't that the question though? Because I bring that up to a lot of people. I play Iron Banner and I have fun in Iron Banner if I'm playing with friends. The KD doesn't matter. How many times I get stomped doesn't matter. If I'm playing with friends, I have fun. It's not the Iron Banner. It's the fact that we're all hanging out and getting our butts kicked equally, right?
Yeah.
So when you say it was all great fun, was it great fun because you were doing well in Iron Banner with these people?
No.
Or you were just hanging out with these people?
No, there were matches where we had sub 1 KDAs and they had 5 and 12 and 17 KDAs. And there were times when we had 17 KDAs and they had, 0.63 and 1.2. And yeah, I mean,
So
it flipped.
So you're an advocate of it's the company that you keep, not the game mode that you play?
A little both. I mean, I'm very salty and very competitive. I've worked on my salt. I'm still very competitive in Crucible, so it's hard for me to give that up. I'm probably like the Nitedemon. I love jumping in there and winning. And but
why live in the land of or if you can live in the land of and?
Well, what I'm saying is it lessens the blow to the ego when you lose because everyone's in it together.
Yep. And you can laugh at the people sending you hate mail and asking them for trials invites if they're so good at PvP.
Yeah, I have my messaging off. Only my friends can talk to me. No one can message hate mail. I don't need that in my life.
No, it happens so rarely. It just makes me laugh.
I got hate mail, but I got hate mail in Gambit. Oh, Gator, fellow Dredgen, right?
Yes.
So let me tell you this story. It's on topic, but also kind of off topic, right?
Yeah.
I jumped on PC and somebody from Xbox messaged me saying, "Hey, get off PC, come hang out with us on Xbox." It was some fans of the show, right?
Right.
So I jump on there and I start doing my Tiku's Quest stuff, right, to get the bow all sorted. And then I realized how phenomenal it was. And when I say phenomenal, I'm getting at least 10 kills per game on the opponent side. Right? Just wrecking them with the bow. Nothing else. No rocket launchers, no none of that. Just the bow, eating face. Okay?
Right.
I got a piece of hate mail that I won't say over the air because the only word that's not bleeped out would be okay? And,
H or A?
A, just A, the letter A, right? Well, I guess you also wouldn't be bleeped out. Okay? But it was funny, and I went to take a screenshot of it, but I don't know why. I was just in a funky kind of mood, and I reported the guy, which is not something I usually do, right? Normally, if I get hate mail, I think it's funny. But for some reason, I was in kind of a funny, haha, I'm going to do this because it's funny kind of mood. I reported him, and when I went to go take a picture of it after the fact, they delete it once you reported it, which I didn't know they did, right? So I couldn't get a picture of it. But the following game, I go in there, I start stomping these other guys, right? And there's this one Titan on the opposite team. I go to hit him with the Tiku's bow, right? He's primed, and then I detonate him, but he's still got some health left. And like an idiot, I'm trying to melee him, and he just backs up and shotguns me. And I'm like, yeah, no, you deserve that, right? All right, that's yours, right?
I'll give you.
But hold on.
Okay.
That guy,
the story is longer, even as the robot's out.
Okay.
Hang on.
Wait.
Time.
Come. Come back. Come back. Respawn. Come. Stop speaking. We can't hear you.
Then I'm gonna yeah. What?
Is this that T-bot we speak of?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything though. What the hell? Can you hear me now?
You were cutting out.
Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear you
I
now.
can hear you now.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard?
You were here. You were continuing the story.
Okay. So that same Titan sends me a message. I'm immediately assuming it's hate mail, right? It's just me and 3 fans of the show at this point.
Right.
And I get the message and it says, hold on, I took a screenshot of it. I'll read it to you verbatim, right?
Mhm.
It says, Are you Respawn? Are you no one Respawns in real life? I was like, yeah. He goes, are you the no one Respawns in real life? I'm like, yeah. Smiley face. He goes, from the show, 2 Titans and a Hunter. Yes, dude. What? And he goes, oh, if you ever looking to do something, hit us up. We're big fans of the show. Me and my friend that's on this team or whatever. So after that Gambit match, we picked those 2 up. So now we got a 6-man team, and we're like, well, what can we do with 6 people? The only thing we can do is Crucible. And again, still using Tiku's bow. The first round was abysmal. We got stomped so hard. But the rounds after that, we did significantly well. But I think it's funny that this is the first time I've ever run across fans in a game, and I was stomping them thinking, oh, well, these guys aren't going to be fans of the show anymore after this match.
Right.
And then, no, they come to hang out with us, and we ended up having a real good time for the rest of the day because, again, it's a company that you keep, and just kind of ran across 2 people that know our show in the world of Destiny while playing Gambit.
Give them a shout out. Who are they?
Yes.
I am pulling up that thing right now.
So while he does that, Gator, go.
I have 2 points to respond to Respawn.
Yeah.
Respond to Respawn. Man, say that 5 times fast.
Right.
Okay, number 1, Tiku's bow. I'll give you a little hint on using Tiku's bow in the Crucible. It's a cover shooting bow. You draw your bow. You have a certain amount of time. It marks targets that appear in front of your view. Light them up first, and then go right back to cover. And then remember when you light them up, they have little squares over them. Then pop out and get that headshot. Just as long as you do it from cover and not do it out in the open, because it takes forever to pull back the bow and shoot them, finish them off. Go back to cover, and then get ready to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then I also use the Hunter Exotic to keep my perfect charge indefinitely, right?
Right.
Oathkeepers. Yes, right, Oathkeepers.
Yes.
And Gator's second point.
So the 2 people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, my second point is about messaging in game. I used to really rage badly because I came from Call of Duty. Had a good example to go by. And one time I really threw some bad mail. I really sent someone a nasty message. And then once you become a dad and you have kids and these kids play online, you realize you don't know who you're actually talking to when you send hate mail. You never really know their situation. They may be on the brink, and you send them a piece of negativity like that. It can send them over the edge. So I just decided to turn it off. That way I don't engage with it. And now I've had positive ones too, Respawn. I had a guy message me back that is a friend on my friends list on PlayStation that said, dude, that was an awesome snipe. I don't know how you got that in, but you got me. Good job, man. And I was blown away. But most of the time it's trash talk. And I don't engage with it anymore.
I mean, that is definitely a way to do it. I never take it to heart, right? I don't. What oddly enough, what I do take to heart is being teabagged. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. If you teabag me, Respawn goes into rage mode, and then I do things that even I didn't know I was capable of in game. Okay, but
that was my other thought about the emotes going away in comp and trials. Teabagging is coming back.
Oh, it definitely was.
Because you can emote and dance over me all you want, but if you teabag me, you're just not a good human being.
Or Peroty, you can go right up to their dead ghost and go side to side like, nope.
Yeah, for real.
That doesn't trigger me nearly as much. It's the teabagging. I just assume you're some sort of small child and don't know any better.
And what's weird is, like, in Gambit, I got teabagged by some guy that hit me with the Truth rocket launcher. It's like, really? Right. I could understand that, but you hit me with an auto-tracking weapon that has, horseshoes and hand grenades, or hand grenades and horseshoes, and you're going to come teabag me as though you had some level of skill involved there?
Yeah, every time I've gotten teabagged recently, it's always been from like the most obvious thing, or yes, you shotgunned me. I walked up to you, I mistimed my charge, and you shotgunned me in the face.
Yeah.
Or honestly, and I've had to train my brain that it's not the hunters teabagging you; they just don't know if their dodge is up or not. Because before I was
That's
like,
what
why
it
is every hunter trying to teabag me? And it's like, oh
Yeah,
no, they're just trying to dodge away.
I
But
just
You guys are like my intro this week, by the way.
nice. I'll have to listen to that. But the shout out is for Ghost Tillman, who was in the clan the Shadowkeepers, and his buddy Jersey BW. That is Bravo Whiskey. Those guys
Oh no.
come
really
back
fun to
Come
play
back-
against.
come back to us.
Even
Come
better
back
to
to
play.
us, Respawn.
Respawn. We heard Bravo Whiskey and then Robot. So take Bravo Whiskey.
After Bravo Whiskey, I was saying good guys to play against, even better guys to play with. So thanks for
Well
that.
said. Very cool.
And apparently Sneaky Snake 4121 wanted a shout out, which I just saw. So there you go.
He's in our Discord. Good
Yep.
guy.
So I'm looking forward to crossplay. Are you guys all looking forward to crossplay?
Yes, because I'm tired of having to swap to Xbox to play with my Xbox friends. I'm also tired of the lack of frames and the lack of screen.
I'm happy I can play with the PlayStation people as well now.
Not
Now, but when it comes in.
Nope, it's not a thing.
Well, I was just
I'm
gonna
super
say,
happy about the single line they put in about the Crucible.
Continue.
yeah, I disagree with that. Well, I just want to say, I have so many Xboxers in our clan and in our Discord that won a game, and I'm like, I'm not pulling my Xbox out of the closet to get it hooked up. My ear, for some reason, my communications.
That's not what you
device-
said on your podcast.
Called out.
It was
That PS5 is just too big. It just muscled the Xbox out of the way, is what I heard.
That's true. The PS5 did bust down the door and said, Kool-Aid. No, he bust down the door and said, all right, these old consoles, get the heck out of here. PS5's here. And honestly, yeah, I unplugged all of my old consoles when the PS5 went in. It's a gorgeous console and it works great. But there's a lot of Xboxers in our Discord and in our clan that I so want to game with. Truth Lives being the one I shout out to Truth Lives. He's a really good guy. His dad's
And his
dad passed
Discord
this week,
and his
so,
podcast. So
yeah, he's a good guy. But I mean, what are we talking about? Was it season 14?
14 is the beta, 15 is when it's actually going to, should be
Okay.
coming.
Yeah, season
So-
15, they're planning on bringing it to us.
So maybe late, so fall basically.
Yeah, like end of the year, like September to December timeframe.
Okay. No, I'm pumped, man. I can't wait. And
Yeah.
but I don't agree. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. Go ahead.
No, you were talking. That you go.
I don't agree that they're separating PC players unless you're in their party. I don't like that. I think you should be able to just flip a switch, opt in, opt out, like Call of Duty.
wait, say that
Make
again. They're what?
Well, what they're doing, I'm jumping ahead here, but what Nidedemon's gonna say is that unless someone is on PC and invites you to their group, you will not play PC players if you're on console. I think let us opt in and out. I already play on PC with controller right now. It's like I'm playing on console, so I don't have any issue playing against PC or with PC. Just give us the option to flip a switch in settings and opt in.
But isn't
opt
that
out.
just for Crucible at the moment? I think
That-
for PvE content, it should be fine.
I think so. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Bungie said. Is they said, we won't be matching console and PC players together in the Crucible
Right.
unless the PC players specifically invite their console friends to play with them in the PC Crucible pools. So you're not going to be on your old original Xbox One or your PS4 playing against people on their high-end PC games in Crucible unless you ask for that experience.
Oh, what could go wrong?
The same thing that goes wrong with Nitedemon trying to play with us on Xbox.
Yeah, hopefully that gets adjusted. But yeah, it'd be nice for like my Series X to hook up with Gator on his PS5 and actually go and do raids and things like
An Iron Banner.
Iron Banner.
Yeah, I mean, and who's to say? I mean, this is just this is them bringing it to us. Period. Full stop. They're not saying we're bringing this to you. And this is how it is forever. Let's get it out the door. Let's make sure it works first. Then we can work on what settings we can give you, how we actually roll this out. Just the fact that we're getting it at all is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm really surprised that Sony and Microsoft have finally just given up.
I think
And-
it's due to peer pressure of other games just going, well, if you don't do it, we'll just do this, and your player base will kind of leave because they'll go to this place because they're all doing it. And it's just like, well, we're going to have to do it. Even though, Microsoft have, in this kind of generation of consoles, have gone, yeah, we want crossplay, and Sony have been a bit reluctant. I think it's with a lot more games putting the pressure on of, yes, you can still have your ecosystem of your Xboxes or your PlayStations, but we want everybody to play together, and that's how it's kind of come about.
Well, it's because Xbox has been lazy, right? For years, Sony has been teaming with the game developers themselves to get like exclusive content. Destiny 1 and 2 being prime examples, right? Microsoft didn't. They're just like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to make the game, and people are going to play the game just because we're on Xbox, right? So
been
now
exclusive Xbox content.
Huh?
There has been exclusive stuff to Xbox.
What?
You fire up Halo on your PlayStation.
Huh? Oh, Halo. I never played Halo. I'm talking Destiny, right? But yeah, no, okay. So that was owned by Microsoft, right? They owned that game, right? So I'm not quite sure if that's
so it's an exclusive to their platform, is what you're saying.
Yeah. But games that are not exclusive to one platform that everybody plays, Sony has been way more common to jumping on with the developer and making deals with the developer. Hey, make this content for PlayStation.
You say that it was Activision and Bungie that went with Sony, and originally Xbox had Call of Duty, they had FIFA. There's a lot of exclusivity that kind of originally came over from the 360 era with exclusivity of certain games or certain things coming out for Xbox for 6 months and then migrating over. Tomb Raider is another fine example. It took about a year, 6 months to a year, to go from Xbox exclusivity over to PlayStation. So you've got things like that.
Yeah,
right.
There's pockets on both sides that have been exclusive.
That's not the point I'm making. Although I'm glad you said that. Let me
Because you weren't aware of it.
No. My point is that crossplay for Microsoft and whatnot hasn't been a real big thing because they've been used to just having players because of the platform itself, right? Whereas, like I was saying, Sony goes out and reaches to the developers to use the developer added content to get people to jump to their platform. Microsoft hasn't really needed that. They've always had a huge player base. So with having crossplay enabled on all these other games and now coming to Destiny 2, Microsoft is now being forced into this scenario. Otherwise, people are just going to join the other things that are going to have crossplay and just...
You mean Sony's being forced?
Yeah, Sony's the one who's always dragged their feet on any kind of crossplay because they have a much bigger community and user base than PlayStation.
Xbox has been reluctant too. It's not completely Sony. Yes, Sony played a
not completely. But Sony has been absolutely the holdout, and honestly, it's things like Minecraft that force their hand of going, well, if we're going to bring it to everything, including the Switch, you're going to have to either come along or be left behind. Their hand was forced into this crossplay world.
Good. And I hope there's more of it, because that other game that I've been playing whenever I'm not playing Destiny, they're the same way. They've already got right now. It's in not beta testing. It's in demo mode right now, and it's already got freaking crossplay that you can go right now to this day and do crossplay. And the game's not even out yet.
It's the future of gaming, and it's fantastic that it opens up the possibilities of me being a solo player during the day on Xbox to now me having a wider player base of, yes, there's somebody over on PlayStation that I could actually play with that plays in the same time zone or plays at that time of the day that I'm friends with. That it's just so much possibilities. It's fantastic.
I mean, quick math, it gives you 2/3 more player base or triples your player base, right? So I mean, it can only be positives for the player community. And now, hopefully, it'll be positives for the player community because if everything's got crossplay, now companies are going to have to start saying, oh, well, if you come play on PC or if you come play on Xbox or if you come play on PlayStation, we'll give you this exclusive weapon or this armor or this whatever. I'm telling you, they're going to have to if they want to keep, quote unquote, competing with crossplay games.
They're not.
They're not. You're gonna most. I'm not gonna say most people because I'm speaking to a bunch of people who play video games. many people have one console or the other, and that's why we're in this boat. If you got a PlayStation back in the day, because that's where your friends were, you went down that path. If you got an Xbox, you went down that path. Yes, some people own both, some people own all of them. But it's sort of, if that's, if you're playing where your friends are and you've got new friends who are on different things, you're like, dropping another $500 for another console is not really a reality.
No.
So it's just nice. Yeah, it's nice
But
to have.
it will affect your decision to either buy the next best Xbox if you're an Xbox user, or hey, you know what? Sony just came out with this new fill in the blank. Maybe instead of spending $500 for an Xbox, I'll spend $500 on a PlayStation.
But I think you're more likely to stay with the ecosystem that you're currently in to continue rather than swap.
That all depends on whether or not you have friends. Because I know people that don't really have friends. Most of their games are just solo games. So for them, who's got a better offer?
Going with the crossplay on this game, it's going to be fantastic for trials, Iron Banner, consoles versus consoles. You can have people from PlayStation and Xbox teaming up in Iron Banner matches to play against other people from those kind of ecosystems. It's going to be really good because it will double the console base anyway.
I just hope that I get an advantage over PlayStation and Xbox users. Being PC, I need trials gear.
We have to opt into you guys.
Come on, opt in. Well, no, wait, no, we have to invite you. That's right.
Yeah, I was just saying, you're opting us in.
Yeah,
I just think it's great that we're having just the ability to have more things work together. These companies, sort of forcing their hands into saying, you're building these games for whatever platform it is. Let everyone play together. It's the same game at the end of the day. It's less resources. It's it should improve things for everyone. Competition improves things for the people not holding all the cards, not being Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo.
FYI, next time we go to play Trials in Season 14, you guys are joining me on PC because I am not downgrading to an Xbox if crossplay is enabled. All right.
15.
I wonder how that's going to work with the Series X going to PC. Is it going to be able to match it? And the same with the PlayStation 5 as well, really.
Your PvP already matches.
Yeah, but how good is the experience going to be? Is it going to be a one-for-one?
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm sure they're part of what they're going to use Season 14 for and do some of this beta testing is what is the real world experience. I hope they do release it to people. Again, Crucible Labs, opt in. Get some data that way. And say what is the real world experience of people on all sorts of different connections, all sorts of different consoles, Xboxes, and PlayStations. What is the real world experience like in console versus PC? Well, if they look at it and say if you're on a PlayStation 5 or a Series X and you're playing on a PC, unless you're playing the very top of the line pro gamer PC model, your experience is pretty even. Versus if you're an older console, no. So let's tweak and say people on original Xboxes or Xbox S's or PS4s, let's sort of put you into one pool. Let's put sort of the technologically more advanced people all together. And what were you going to say, Gator?
Well, I was just going to say it's already playing out on PC right now because if you have a 105 FOV, which you can get now on the next gen consoles, I'm at 105 and I'm playing at 120 hertz, 120 frames on PS5. If you already are playing in that, you're already playing at PC levels that I played with before even consoles even came out. I was at 105 FOV, and playing at about. I was playing 60 frames on PC because my card just couldn't push it any harder than that at the graphic settings I had. I was at 3.5K.
Well, I mean, not just that, right? But okay, so mine right now, if you're watching the stream, is stuck at 59. If I take it off, you'll see my frames jump up to 300 and something, right? But because I'm getting more frames of what my screen can handle, it looks off. It actually makes my experience worse having all those frames, but I can only handle 59. So when I lock it at 59, my game actually visually looks and runs smoother at 59 than it does 300. So you don't necessarily need all of those frames. The field of view, absolutely, you gotta have. But the frames, as long as you're getting at least what your screen can do, you're fine, man.
I got a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think they're going to phase out the last consoles and just have Destiny for just the new next gen?
They're not. The old. Okay.
When are they going to phase out the PS4 and the Xbox X?
When we have
One X, I should
Xbox
say.
Series Bone, we're looking a couple of generations in the future for that, dude. It's not.
Me and Hazel have argued over this, and he thinks it'll be a lot
crossplay
longer.
is going to be the beginning of the end. I think crossplay is when you're going to start feeling that pain,
Right.
because there's going to be. Because I'm also curious of, technologically, can Bungie separate what kind of console you're on, Xbox, PlayStation, but which one? Can they easily sort you into pools? And also, what do they want to do? I know I'm sure the content vault was part of it was just game size. If you're running it on an original Xbox and the way the storage is going on all these games, trying to keep that updated and live and going, I think it's going to be sooner than we think. Because how old is when did the original Xbox come out and the PS4 come out? How many years is that?
8 years.
Yeah, so 8 years. I mean, I don't know what it was from when they finally PC support and PS3 support, but it's it's been a while. It's I'm guessing crossplay will be the beginning of the end. I figure if nothing else, probably by the time this saga ends, but I would say before then. It's probably whenever they go to make the next technological leap where they say, all right, we can give you 1,000 vault spaces. However, due to memory limitations, we can't do that on the old consoles. When you start seeing on the older consoles, here's what you're going to get because that's all we can support. That's the beginning of the end. Now, when that comes, I'm guessing crossplay is the beginning of that end.
That's not a thing because the console size is mostly on the server that houses the game, not the platform at which you play it, right? It's where your data is saved, right?
So what did they drop on the 360 where they said you can do this, but on like the 360 your experience is going to be this because we can't support it?
The frames?
It was Rise of Iron when they dropped the 360, wasn't it? Anything up to Rise of Iron was fine, and you could stay on the 360s and the PS3s, but then anything past Rise of Iron was only on the future consoles. So they could, like Gator was saying with Hazel, that it could be suddenly a mid drop. It could be the Witch Queen, or it could come with Lightfall, and
I'm guessing Lightfall.
Yeah, it could be the one after Lightfall is the one, or even Lightfall is the start of the new kind of. You have to have a Series X to continue, or the PlayStation 5, or a PC. Maybe Stadia. Don't know about how that's going at the moment.
Stadia is going real poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nitedemon,
they don't mention it in the crossplay.
We're talking 2 years here until Lightfall.
Yeah,
so that's plenty of time for people to convert over.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
And I think they'll probably start sowing the seeds for this change coming maybe with the Witch Queen and say, look, in the next year, we won't be able to push our technological boundaries past Lightfall. If you're on the old consoles, you will need to upgrade to carry on.
And that's how they stated it with the PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yep. Yeah, there's something we can't do. We can't bring you this experience on this console because of X limitation. Whenever we hit that limitation again, that's where it goes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to I'm sorry to derail.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's a good question because we are. I mean, again, I have an Xbox One X and an original Xbox One in the house, and I keep looking at the original one, going, how much longer is this going to be a viable platform?
It's not now, dude.
It works. I mean, it works. I played Destiny on the other night. I even played PvP. Yeah, I'm not going to do as well as people with newer consoles, but it still runs the game. Yes, it lags sometimes when there's a lot of particle effects on the screen, but it plays most things. The things I'm playing right now, it's perfectly fine. It's a good reason where I don't have to go drop another $500 to have a second console in the house to play things with my wife.
Yeah, but you also take into account 2 years down the line, the consoles would have been out for, say, 2.5 years, 3 years.
Yep.
The prices do drop around that time. You're looking kind of Christmas time that the consoles will, and Black Fridays, there'll be deals on. There'll be good reasons to actually get a console just before Christmas or just after Christmas, because the new season will be dropping. The Lightfall, say, let's go with Lightfall at this point. Lightfall will be dropping. You get your new console that's cheaper in price than what it is now, and then they can go on further from that. So I think it is in the stars, isn't it, really?
Speaking of availability, are we at the point yet where you can just go to a store and get a new Xbox or a new PlayStation? Or are they still sold out everywhere?
No,
Not here anyway.
no. There's still few and far between. I assume Gator mugged a guy the PS5 out of his card or something to get his.
I did not.
No,
I actually had
one of
friends
his
of mine-
fans donated it. Ah!
No, Respawn. No, my daughter has a lot of good friends that just camped on the PlayStation Direct site and landed one. And once they did, I gave him
Nice.
a little boost. I gave him a little
Oh,
bonus for getting it to me.
Finder's fee.
Yeah, I mean they delivered. I mean she brought it right to my office. So
Nice.
come on, you know.
So use the power of children to get the things you need.
Well, they're not children anymore. I mean, they're 20-somethings.
They're all children. Hey, I'm old, you're old. They're all children in comparison to us.
Okay.
All young people are children. That's how this works.
Okay.
Plus, you said kid. That's your fault, dude. You started with my kid.
Yeah, I did because she is my kid. Yeah.
See?
Okay.
No matter what, still your kid.
No, had you said my daughter, right, instead of my kid,
Sure,
maybe he
sure.
wouldn't have called them children. See, verbiage is important.
Good
From
point.
what I'm told.
Grammar's hard.
Words are hard.
So, are you guys all excited for the Vault of Glass to come back and contest mode be enabled and a possible world's first race?
Excited? No.
Well, you
When
don't
you do
count.
it,
Let's go to Gator. 'Cause
yeah.
you've got a good opinion.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I was trying to figure out how they were going to do worlds first, since everyone knows the raid. But the conditions which you're going to lay out next are. I do like how they're doing that, where they have to, they have to complete some additional triumphs, right?
Yeah. I think it's probably sneak everyone through the Gorgon maze without being seen. Would be a good one.
I'm sure that's one of them.
Stare at your feet.
Yep. Or like
Jesus.
don't let the what's the middle boss when he moves around, the Templar?
Teleport. Yeah, teleport.
Yeah. You
Teleport.
have to kill him before, you can't let him teleport or something like that. I'm sure that one will be back.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to hold the points, don't you, without dying continuously.
Yep.
Don't drop the relic.
It's
gonna be
gonna be great to watch.
Don't blow your teammates
Oh
up
my God.
while you do the final boss.
I don't even remember half the stuff you guys are talking about. I remember the raid. Yeah, I remember doing the raid, but all these very specific things y'all are talking about, I do not remember. So if we have to do things based on our memory, oh my God.
not
Fuzz, I need you, Fuzz.
Yeah. So you play a player looking to claim the belt will not only have to complete the curated list of challenging triumphs. So my question is, do they tell you what those are going to be beforehand? Or do you also get to figure out what those are in the meantime? Or do those go live when the raid goes live and says, all right, you're raid ready. Here's a list of 12 things to do. Hope you guessed right what weapons and abilities you need.
Otherwise, people are going to start practicing in Destiny 1 now for possibilities of, well, if this comes up, we need to make sure that we are covering this. So we'll pretend that that's happening, so we'll get that done. You want to go in, they want people to go in as blind as possible, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did say that they're changing a few things.
That just means barrier champions.
That's probably what.
Probably,
you're
yeah.
Right. You're probably right.
Yeah, throw some champions. And they are saying it is getting a master. No, not in season 14, not next season, but VOG is going to get a master version. And they also said their intention is to bring, a master version difficulty of everything with adept gear, weapons and armor to future raids and dungeons.
Now, see, when I heard that, I knew Kingsley Mac is just probably jumping up and down in his chair, because that man loves challenges when it comes to raids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So having, really, I've yet to set foot into. I am just the casualist of casual players. I still haven't gotten. Yeah, no, I'm an absolute scrub. I haven't gotten a prophecy completion yet because I haven't bothered to do it. But just it's nice that there are, again, more pinnacle activities, more adept gear coming to things outside of trials. So if you do want to bang your head against those walls and get those, master difficulty activities done, like I know Nitedemon will collect all of them. I know Kingsley Mac and Sin will be all on top of all that stuff.
First of all, he's already got all of them. Give him more credit than that, sir.
No, because he'll have to make room in his vault to hold them, and that's the problem.
Yeah, there's issues here. But I think they should add these adept weapons to Iron Banner as well, which would be really nice. An adept Iron Banner to chase.
That would be nice. Something else you could put an emblem on and never take off again.
Oh goodness.
No, that's never coming off.
So we're also getting Transmog is coming next season too.
Oh yes! Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was saying, unless anyone else has anything to say about VOG, I figure we sort of all kicked that to death because they've been teasing that forever. But yeah, Transmog is coming. 801, she's re-employed again. We're calling it Armor Synthesis. She's coming back. She'll give us a way to take any piece of armor in our collections and turn it into a universal ornament by bribing her with some kind of currency that they're going to throw at us at the beginning of the season. We can get more by playing the game. And for players short on time, you can purchase these synthesis tokens for silver. So yeah, Transmog, guys, it's coming. It's here. You're gonna have to work.
What about this one, Gator? Because we know that Hunter Master races.
Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do it.
What armor are you gonna wear? What armor are you gonna wear?
Oh, I'll tell you what I'm wearing on my hunter. Okay, I wear this ornament called Sovereign. It's the Sovereign pieces.
Right. Yeah. That's the New Monarchy ones.
No. I'm sorry. It's a Sovereign vest, but the actual. I'm sorry. I'll pull it up. Vest of Optimacy.
Oh yeah.
Set. I love that set on my hunter, and I've got it
That's
head
good.
to toe. That'll be what I do. So yeah.
But that's that. I mean, that just sounds like an ornament, right? You don't need.
Right, yeah. That's right. That's right.
We're talking armor, bro. Armor sets.
Okay, armor sets. Since I'm a Warlock main, I would say.
Oh my god. Sorry, I threw up a little bit.
What is the fanciest Warlock you can be? The Destiny fashion game is getting a gigantic buff, and this pleases.
I'm trying to think. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Wait on it.
I got every piece of armor in your collections to find the best looking set.
No, I got.
I mean, there's some really nice sets from the raids that, like the.
Yes.
The current raid. Yep.
No, from Scourge of the Past, which would be nice.
Yeah, but the current raid also has really nice armor too. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, but you've got to unlock that and play that raid first to unlock it to then turn it into universal.
I didn't get a lot of that raid armor, unfortunately, but of course, a lot of the raw Iron Banner armor, like this set that's out right now for Iron Banner, is my favorite set of all the sets.
I think this is the third time it's been around as well.
I'm not sure, but all I know is I love it. I love it. The ornaments are nice too, but like the Iron Truage hood for the Warlock with the little horns on it. It's not the big horns like a Mystere that the Titans put on, but it's the little horns, like we're little devilish. I like that. It has the Teamer's Iron Bond has the little wolf on it. Yeah, that's gonna be. I want to put that on everything. So.
Wolf, all the things. Yeah, there's a lot of Iron Banner gear. That set from Titan where you can be a spaceman. That's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, that's what comes to mind right now. I'm looking through my collections right now, but there's so many pieces.
Yeah, the triage. This is the third time it's been around. We had it in. Yeah, it was back in the Warmind DLC. And then we had it again at the beginning of, I think it was when Callus was around. So this is the third time that it's been available. Because I always remember the wolves on the wolf heads on the Titan shoulders.
Right.
So I was like, I'm sure I've seen this around the block a couple of times.
And the ornaments for that gear, you can only slot in that gear. I love even more. But you can only use it on Iron Banner gear. So now I'm hoping with the Transmog we can use all the ornaments that are tied with it.
See, I gotta tell you, I'm a little disappointed, Gator, as a fellow Dredgen, because my go-to is going to be Invader armor from Gambit, dude.
I've got all. I've got it all.
Yeah.
With the glowing red snake. Oh.
Yeah. Are they going to let us transmog that?
Yeah, it's in your collections.
I still have it.
Yeah. They said anything in your collection, so hopefully that means anything, not just
it's white, blue, and green armor as well.
I like the yellow gold glowing one. I was the sentry. I love that piece.
The sentry. The green glow is really nice. I forgot about that one already. So quickly I forget.
I mean, there were some really nice sets that you could get available on the planets. So like Titan, Io, Nessus, all had ones that you could get from the vendors there, but they were all such low stats. But they looked really nice as wearing a full set.
Yeah.
So.
But Gambit armor. But Invader armor.
Yeah.
Trials light.
Trials armor. Oh, Ooh, the old school trials. I have full sets of that armor too. That'd
Well,
be nice.
I'm just saying the Gambit Invader armor kind of looks like Trials Light, Diet Trials armor.
Hmm.
How
I
about
never thought of
the Yuga Sundown from Mars when you're doing the protocols? That armor's really slick too.
Mm.
The Yuga Sundown set.
I
Yeah,
have to look. I don't know what you're referring to.
That helmet is just. It reminds me. The helmet on the Warlock reminds me of the helmet in Wrath of the Machine in Destiny 1, where the red light would pierce through it.
hmm and now we're going to be able to take all of our shaders and apply them to one or all of our pieces of armor at a time. And shaders are going to be permanent unlocks, so we no longer have to spend time deleting stacks of shaders in our post manager once our shader piles get full.
We're collecting them for that matter because I keep running out of them. Oh, that's such good news. That right? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm
That's-
at half max, everybody. That is great news.
So transmog and the shader changes coming next season 14, when Ada returns. I'm almost more excited about the shaders not being a thing I have to manage anymore than I am the transmog.
And applying to all is going to be fantastic as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're redoing how you can view it and just say, put this on everything. So I don't have to open each item individually, wait for the menu to load, scroll down to the thing. No, it's better now.
Sometimes it does.
But somebody in our clan, like really knows the inner Marine in me, right? He was a Titan, right? But every single piece of his armor was a different shade of like a Crayola color, right? And it wasn't like the bright, flamboyant, metallic, shiny stuff. No, it was like pastel colors. But it was each piece was a different pastel color. And I was like, this guy knows how to get to my heart right there. He's just phenomenal. So I mean, yeah, coloring them all the same color is great, but shout out to that guy that said, you know what, the norm.
You don't remember.
I want to be fantastic. No, I don't remember. No,
you can't shout them out then if you don't remember.
It doesn't matter. He
Makes
knows
no
what I'm talking about.
He's shouting out that guy. That guy knows in his heart and his soul who it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And this was a long time ago. So if you're expecting me to remember anything past breakfast, God, did I have breakfast today? I don't know. Then you're asking a lot.
You did. We heard you. And, hey guys, Ikora Ray exists. Destiny remembers they've had a character who built a Stargate and has been standing, in like mindful meditation ever since.
It takes her a while to get started, but she's had a good ponder for a couple of seasons and thought maybe, just maybe, I might get involved in something that's going along here.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's got something for me to do.
Yeah, so we're going to see her again next season 14, and she'll be playing a pivotal role in the Witch Queen. Maybe she is the Witch Queen. I don't know, and Nadar's not here to correct me. But it's nice that they remembered she existed.
Just be safe in the knowledge that he will correct you at some point in the Discord.
Oh, precisely. And it's really nice because I'll go talk to her because I feel bad. She just stands there, just like staring out into space. I'm like, hey, Corey, are you okay? Can I get you anything? Can I do anything for you? No, just and I keep thinking like they could drop something into her inventory, like a new quest, and nobody would pick it up because who talks to Ikora? She just sits there and stares into space.
Aw.
Yeah, but apparently they've remembered she is a character that exists in the game, and they'll be doing something with her.
You said the armor from Mars, didn't you, Gator?
He surely did.
The abhorrent set. Yeah, I'm looking at it now and I remember. Yeah, that is another really good go-to set. Sorry, moving on.
It was the set you got out of the protocol chest at the
the abhorrent. Yeah, no, another great set. Good call on that one.
Yep, Rich reminds me of Wrath of the Machine. It's my favorite armor of all time, by the way.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for me. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So in season 14, along with the transmog, along with the ship, we're getting phase 2 of our gilding titles. So they heard us saying, "Hey guys, that's great. You can gild a title," but it ends at the end of the season. So now what? So now when you gild the title again, you'll get a little counter saying how many times you've gilded your title. So that's something. And season 15, end of the year, we're going to get legendary stasis energy and power weapons. The freezy guns are coming. We have now completed Joe Blackburn's State of the Game. We have talked about all the things Of all the games, we've made it through. Now we can start the show.
Criminy. We're 3 hours in, by the way.
And now thanks for joining us for This Week at Bungie, the 25th of February, 2021. Let's get started. Okay, so this week at Bungie, this week there's Iron Banner, there's a new battleground in Nessus, and there's Presage missions. Go play it. There's going to be a state of the not state of the game. Gosh, yeah, State of the Witch Queen. So go read that. We've already spent 3 hours talking about it.
Indeed.
If you haven't read it, there's some bullet points. There's all good stuff. There's going to be a lovely Deepstone Crypt deep dive. Developers.
Space Goth.
On Wednesday, March 3rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern, or 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UD. Yes, times, words. In the morning on the West Coast, just after lunch on the East Coast, around supper time in the UK and Australia, sometime like late in the early morning the next day, because you guys live in the future and math is hard. So twitch.tv/Bungie or youtube.com/Bungie, because make sure is no more. You can go there and then you will get all of the design, art, visual effects, narrative, and more of the Deepstone Crypt. So if you have yet to jump into it or want to know more about it, they will tell you all the things. There's ritual weapons, guys. They're in playlists.
Yeah.
And Chris Proctor, our feature lead, our weapon feature lead is gonna tell us about them. They're refreshing them. They're gonna raise the drop rates for things like the bottom dollar and other ritual weapons that they don't call out the name of, but they're gonna make them drop better and more often.
Okay.
We're also getting DDoS protection and IP harvesting protection against the evils of the internet on consoles. They were going to roll it out already. They ran into problems. They're going to roll it out later, unless there are more problems. So that's coming. I think we've just lost Gator and 90, but they've just stepped away at this point. They're just like, we're done. It's 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, I'm here. I'm just
oh
listening.
yeah. So he says.
There's also just not really much in the TWAB, as the state of the game had all the things. So
Yeah, it did. We spent just as much time on it, by the way.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
Just like we're going to get another hotfix, the Battleground Throwdown with the hottest of fixes, 3.1.0.2. It's going to come March 2nd at 8 a.m. Pacific, 1600 UTC. Same schedule as always. Hotfix starts 45 minutes later. You get kicked out of the game. 15 minutes after that, hotfix is available. An hour after that, theoretically the game will be back up and running. But again, always give Bungie an extra hour or two after maintenance. You never know what could go wrong. And what's it going to fix? Well, your barrier Colossus, our big boy, the behemoth, who likes to mosey out of his barrier shield to say hello to unsuspecting guardians, won't anymore. He'll stay in his bubble like a good Titan should. The Chosen Destruction Umbral Focusing Lens will now allow players to focus Umbral engrams. So it seems like its sole purpose, so it's good that it's gonna, do that. And the beneficial modifiers in the Battleground playlist will now work as intended, as apparently they have not been working as intended. If you're playing the Presage mission and you want to receive your new exotic weapon, please make sure you have the quest on your character before you start, and make sure you pick up the gun before going to orbit or your timer expiring, or you're not going to progress on your catalyst and you're not going to receive the weapon. So I guess people have been playing the quest without playing the mission without the quest on them, so they get nothing out of it or aren't getting progress towards their catalyst. So yeah, make sure you have the pieces you need before you start the activity, and make sure you receive the gun before your team goes, "We're going to orbit," and you go, "No," and then you get nothing and just feel sad.
And the other thing I think to add to that is, if you are then doing the catalyst part of it, I accidentally picked it up on my Titan because I was on that character and I went and spoke to Zavala. I then found that I wanted to do it on my Warlock, and I thought, I'll just go to the tower and pick it up again from Zavala. No, it wasn't there. It was like, you just have to do it on that one character. And I was like, do I risk playing it on my Warlock, hoping that it will auto-complete on my Titan, or do I just take in my lower-level Titan to do it? And I just took the Titan because I thought, I'm not going to I don't want to kind of experiment with this. I'd rather just take the guy that's got the catalyst on and just complete it and get that done. So
Yep. Yeah, but also Bungie is saying is don't risk it. Do the thing with the character that has the thing you're trying.
Hmm.
And if you bought one of our many mislabeled, if you bought the mislabeled exotic ornaments, you should have bought the exotic ornaments first off. Second off, you should now have a refund in your account for any of those ornaments that were mislabeled of a Titan that goes on a Warlock, or a Hunter that goes on a Titan, or a chair that should actually be a toaster. But you should have a message when you log into the game saying, "Hey, here's your silver refund." If you're still waiting on your Breaktest weekly challenge refund, that's coming at a later date. And there's now another place where we can report issues. The companion app has known issues and has an entire page where you can go if you're having issues with the app, like you're not actually able to apply mods or can't actually pick up the bounties. There's now a whole page for that we're not going to read to you, but is there in case you need it. But there are some issues we are going to tell you about, because that's what we do here. We like reading all of the words, so you don't have to. So, some recent reported issues. The Thresher Triumph is not properly recording destroyed Threshers in the Arms Dealer Nightfall Ordeal. Respawn, one possibly for you. If you're using the Tritonopia colorblind mode,
I am.
Scanner and the Operator augments in the Deepstone Crypt are
They're both red.
color.
Yeah, they're all the same color. Yeah.
Same color, so that's good fun. It's just a challenge mode for you in particular, and other people who maybe can't.
Yeah.
If you
No,
try-
they thought I was tripping. Hold on. No. Sorry to derail you. I got yelled at by my raid team because they're like, "Why didn't you get the scanner?" I'm like, "Because it wasn't here." What do you mean? It was right there. And like, no, that's Operator. Because I'm used to seeing them by color, right? No, they're all the same color. I'm like, that sucks. And I didn't even notice it until we got to the next part where chaos mode ensues. Yeah, they're all the same color. Doesn't matter what it is, they're all red. I'm like, wow, this sucks. So anyway, yeah, no, it's a thing. It's still a thing, and they haven't fixed it yet.
Did I just die?
Everybody did, apparently.
It's just you and me then.
Well, Peroty does not appear to be gone. Gator's been muted for decades.
No, he doesn't want to interrupt you.
Oh no, there's Peroty. Ah!
His wife's got him.
Yeah, no, I guess just
I'm
one
not
too
doing
many.
the outro. I'm not
one-
doing the outro.
One too many interrupts. I didn't mean to interrupt him, but yeah, no, it's a thing, and I got yelled at for it because they're all red. Anyway, sorry. I'll continue off where he left off. Let's see.
Issues. You got to the scanner augment.
Yeah, I'm looking where that is. It's Lost Sector Puzzle. Okay, there you go. Dean Sucker draw same color, colorblind mode. Trying to equip the Mind Vault ornament trying to equip the Mind Vault ornament for Insurmountable Skull Fort may result in a requires mod item error. The portal to the Ascendant Realm in the Corrupted Strike after the Ogre encounter may close if a player is too far ahead of the rest of their fire team. The door to the Spider Tank encounter of the Hollowed Layer Strike may not open for players. Full stop.
Maybe for enemies, but not for players.
Yeah, you cannot go. You're just done. All right, cool. The Lost Sector puzzles for the Xenophage Exotic Quest may not correctly record player inputs. Players may earn the I Am Invincible medal when the opposing team actually completed the requirements. That happened to us all the time inside of trials. Yeah, dude, we kept seeing that on our screen. We're like, what the what?
I'm definitely not invincible in this game mode.
Right? Players who complete the Xenology quest from Xur while already having an exotic cipher in their inventory will have the quest removed with no reward. There are no champions in the Master Presage mission because Scorn champions do not exist. Yo! What?
But we'll just put it on as a tooltip to fake you out.
But no, think about that for a second. Up until he just said that, did you know that they didn't exist? Like,
Yeah.
did it go off in your mind that, hey, that's probably a reason? It didn't for me.
Yeah, it did. I thought
Oh,
we haven't seen any Scorn champions. Why would there suddenly be?
you're so full of it.
No,
We don't need any Scorn champions. Thank you.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so that explains that.
So did I get through all of that before my Discord crashed on me?
No, I took over for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Players who kill the boss in the Fallen Saber Strike and then die may see a darkness screen and will respawn at the beginning of the strike, which can't be restarted. As a result of this, players can load into that blocked state and be unable to progress through the strike. This issue is also occurring in the Hollowed Layer strike. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review our known issues article. Players who observe other issues should report them to our #help forum at Bungie.
and you've returned and you brought a not half back with you.
I did. I had to step away. I had to find the not ARF, and I had to come back. That was
That's
rules.
what it was. You weren't angry. You were getting a friend.
Yeah. No, I realized it was quiet and no one had said anything, and then Discord just crashed on me. So I don't know when it crashed on me, but I read the whole thing, possibly just to myself and my wife in the other room.
I think so. We debated what was going on because Gator was silent, you disappeared, and it was just us two. And I already put it down that I was not doing the outro.
Man, I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but I'm crying. Did you look at the art section of Bungie this week at Bungie?
I did. And I thought of you.
Man, it's just it's I told myself I wouldn't cry.
So
It's fine. It's fine.
I assume you're referring to a Jedi X Fan J.
Yes.
And I saw a lone guardian chilling at the I saw a lone guardian chilling at the ramen shop where Cade used to sit.
That'd be the one. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
such
so
a good picture. It like if you look at the way that he took the screenshot, it really does, kind of show you how alone it is there without Cade.
Screenshot?
And by screenshot we mean,
Oh no, it's an artist depiction, my bad.
Drew this. Yes.
It is an artist depiction.
This illustration, not a screenshot.
It helps if I enlarge it, right? Instead of just looking at the screenshot. But yeah, no. Well done, Jetix Thanj. My bad. But yeah, so very well done. Good depiction. Good picture. And you know what? I'm saving this right here. It's being saved. Right clicking, save image as, and Lonely Ramen Shop. Let's call it Lonely Ramen Shop.
How much more show do we have? Because I am approaching my wife acceptable limit of podcasting time for the day.
I'm pretty sure we're good, bro.
Well, not Arf's return to give us some of his views for the next half an hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah, but now Arf has to go find the part that he needs to correct that Peroty said that I've already forgotten.
That's why he's shown up.
I've just escaped for a bit and I've gone mobile.
Can we just call it Gone Respawn? Just call it Gone Respawn.
Yeah.
Gone respawn then.
Yeah.
Our correspondent is back in the field. Tell us, not Arf, what is it that you've come across today, sir?
Well, it's possible that Callus is actually dead.
We knew that. Oh, no, sorry.
We
The
didn't know.
podcast didn't know that. I'm sorry. Continue.
Also, the pre-save mission is actually Callus's attempt to communicate with the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's possible that Callus, before he died, did not have any bones in the body. He was just a squishy ball of flesh.
Okay, that I did not know, and am now scarred for that imagery. What?
Yes. And also, just to help Gator out a little bit here, it is possible that you heard Cade in the actual pre-save mission.
I knew it. No one believed me.
There has been multiple cases of an entire fire team hearing different lines, even from Sagira, Callus, Cade, other people that we've lost.
Oh, sad face. I thought that meant we were going to get Cade 7.
No, I think these are all dialogue that's happened previously in game. It's just you're hearing the whispers of it.
Why?
Do you think the darkness is behind that and putting that in our heads?
Well, the end boss in the pre-stage mission is Callus's successful attempt to communicate with the darkness.
Oh.
But why?
So
Why?
it's
Why would
possible
the
that-
darkness be giving us voice lines from our old friends? Is it trying to depress us? Is it trying to win us over? I mean, what's the logic there, Arf?
Maybe using a familiar voice to actually tell us or give us clues to other things.
Okay.
I mean, they've given us a clue that Callus could be potentially dead because other people that we've heard are dead in these dialogue lines. So,
And with Callus being one of the dialogue lines, there's also, I can't remember how it was described, but basically Callus is carried around. I can't remember. I only read it briefly the other day. Basically, he gets carried around almost because he can't walk himself, and it's just a mass of flesh and tubes going keeping him alive. And then it was on about his travel casket, which is people thinking now with it saying casket that he's actually dead.
okay.
So it still doesn't answer where the Leviathan is.
But was he on
But
the Leviathan when it disappeared, or was he not anywhere?
We don't
Because
know.
I thought that was just robots that we were fighting.
It was robots, but apparently those robots were potentially covered with excess Callus flesh in a kind of gross way
Okay.
to make them look real.
So when we did the Leviathan raid and we went into the Shadow Realm, was that Callus?
I don't know.
Because that was really weird, being sucked over those invisible humps and shooting that weird head that would spit out some skulls and things every now and then.
Yeah, that was a bit strange, but
I always
been a-
wondered how
it's
that
been-
tied in with the lore.
well, it maybe didn't back then. I will have to have another look into this, but currently, with him communicating with the darkness, he could have actually found a way into either the realm of the Nine, or he's actually potentially another darkness ascendant realm there, if he's actually been communicating with the darkness.
That makes more sense than him becoming a member of the Nine, or sorry, in the realm of the Nine.
Well, he's already. We think he's already encountered the Nine and the darkness before.
He gets around, that guy.
He does.
Yeah, because has anyone read the Chronicron?
Just you.
Yeah. Basically, that's Callus's fan fiction. Well, I say fan fiction. There's nuggets of truth in it because history is always written by the victors. So this is his version of everything he's gone through, and potentially using the Oxa machine, they've come up with a future as well. Now, the Oxa machine, you all know. Do you all know about the Oxa machine?
I know of it. I don't know all of its details.
That's built by the Scions to potentially look into the future. That's how they could use the sundial so well. And that they wrote the future, how we were the shadow of Callus, and how we defeated people. That's when it went all a bit strange and fan fiction like.
Oh, that's when it did, huh?
But he encountered the darkness at some point on the Leviathan, which allowed him to actually take control of that ship and come into the solar system, because he heard about us defeating Gaul. Now, it's at some point after arriving in the solar system, and now we're not quite sure on the timeline at the minute. But it's got to be sometime around between Forsaken and the present day, where he managed to get this Red Legion ship and start kidnapping Scorn and experimenting with the darkness and the dark ether for the perfect Scorn to actually communicate with the darkness.
So is there a reason why he needs Scorn?
I don't know. It's possibly something to do with the dark ether and the way they're already tainted.
Right.
He's trying to build a Scorn champion, obviously.
Well, it is kind of a scorned champion, that guy, because he hits hard. He hits really hard. Like I said to you earlier on, I've only done the mission once so far, and I'm running currently about light level about 1258. So I was doing damage.
Yeah.
Not a great deal of damage, but I was doing damage. But the two guys from our PC clan that took me through it with them, they helped out a lot.
Yeah, you definitely need to be a little bit more higher light if you're going for the catalyst.
Yeah, which is why I haven't gone back into it yet. Which is another reason why I think the 10 levels that they're only increasing by is actually a really good thing. Because you get the filthy casuals like me.
Like all of us, I think we've established.
Hey, like all of us, yeah.
Yeah.
That can't always do the light level grind to get up there to do the end game is why it's a good thing. But they just need, all Bungie needs to do now is actually try and make something a bit more for the hardcore gamers that want that grind.
They are. They're giving them, master difficulties and adept weapons to chase. There'll be something for them all to do.
See, as somebody that's already done the new harder difficulty of that mission, we were super excited the first time we did it, but it's not something I want to go back in and redo anytime soon. After I did that, I went out and I got the catalyst manually just by going to the moon and killing a bunch of stuff, because I did not want to go back there to progress the catalyst anymore, right? That is not what I would qualify as a fun experience.
The amount of times I absolutely called myself is the best way to put it. Is when a screeb appeared behind you in the tunnels, you turn around and you either explode or you punch it and it explodes. Because that's my first instinct. Turn around, screeb, punch, boom.
Yeah.
See, at least you defended yourself against it. The people that I took in with me, I was like, do not follow too close behind me. They're like, why? I'm like, because I'm going to die. Huh?
Yeah.
It's like, I can't, because I get turned around in the tunnels, right? And for some reason on PC, the tunnels are darker than what they are on my Xbox, right? Just the tunnels, though. And I don't know why, because all the lighting is the same on both. But for me on PC, the tunnels are darker. So me trying to, me trying to get away from them is not a thing, right? So I'm just like, when I die, just know that they've been cleared out and res me and keep moving forward. All right?
Yeah. And as for yellow bar screeds, whose idea was that?
I think I believe it was Gator
evil.
originally.
No. When I was in the trash compactor, I've never been able to run it the first time because of those dang screebs. I can't. I'm trying to shoot the fuses, and I'm like, "Can you guys please move? I got things to do here." And then, of course, you shoot them, and they're still coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they drop more just because
Yeah,
you
just for good
ones.
measure. Just for good measure, they gave you a few more. Yeah. Yeah, I ran the I guess what do they call it, the catalyst version of that story.
Yeah, the master,
the Presage. And you only have 25 minutes. It took me a couple times with a couple clanmates, and we had like a minute left, and we were all doing a lot of.
You had a minute left. Good for you, dude.
It was not easy. The middle room where you're in the hangar, that's the hardest part because you have so many enemies. You have to clear that room before you can move on.
Yep. And that was our time consumer too.
Tiku's is your friend. I mean,
no,
not in that room. No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Tiku's was my friend.
Heather was my friend in that room.
You've done the catalyst already?
Yeah,
no, but Heather was my friend in that room.
No. I'm talking to Demon, because the catalyst version of that mission, I do not think TQ's is going to be your friend. Nothing is your friend inside that room besides everybody having overpowered roaming supers, right? That might be your friend, but TQ, I don't think so.
The guys that I picked an LFG group and they asked me to run Bubble, which I didn't really want to run. I wanted to run Solar, but I ran Bubble and I used TQ's. So I was quite happy with that.
All right. Well, I stand corrected, but I wouldn't think it would be good in that room.
If you can get a high spot with a couple of guys that can actually clear quite well, you can actually pick them off quite well with TQ.
Yeah.
One word: anarchy.
That's what I used. That's what I used.
Anarchy. Yeah.
It'll delete that boss at the end.
Another good thing to run is the new rocket launcher with the timed payload. People are like, oh, you keep saying that. It's good. I'm a big fan of that rocket launcher. That does massive damage in an AoE. Just
I use
huge
my
bubble.
tracking and cluster, fire, jump up, and run away. I didn't want to kind of have to aim it at the guy who kind of might move out the way, or it might go to somebody else. I thought
Well,
tracking, cluster,
No,
jump
you
up,
run up
and run back
and
down.
you shoot it like a shotgun. When he knocks you away, he's knocking you out of the
I'm
blast
not running
radius,
up to
so
him.
you're safe.
I'm not running up to him.
He knocks you out of the blast radius. You should be thanking him.
Oh,
Or like what I do, as soon as I see the screams running, I shoot it at my feet and run away, and they run into it just as it explodes. So
And how many hit the
Also,
curve?
Hunter Voice Dodge is your friend as well.
Yeah.
that too.
How many hit the curve piping when they were trying to jump up from the bottom area and kept
all
hitting
the
it?
time.
Oh,
Nope.
God,
man,
Not me.
the amount
I
of
can't.
times
curse.
died.
I curse Bungie every time I hit that damn thing.
Warlock, right?
Yes.
Yes, our friend Warlock, we watched him fail on that no less than 20 times. And we got inside the ship, and you know the part where you're in the tunnel, you don't know where to go, and you go up, right? We jump up, and at this point in time, he's so angry about all the jumps. He's like, why? Why does it have to be up? We're just like, you chose the Warlock, dude. All right?
No, just make sure before you jump up when he's running at you with that nice little burning ball.
Yeah.
Spiked ball. Just make sure you a couple steps forward and then you can jump straight up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I never even move. Once I jump down, I fire from that position and then jump up. Don't be adventurous. Don't chase him down. That's how you die.
Oh no, don't do that.
No, you just told me to run up to him. I'm not running up to him. I fire at him and run back over to the other side.
Oh no, I was talking about the big room full of a bunch of people. No.
Yeah,
Where the big ogres are in the big ad clear room, that you run up, you stick him with it, it stomps you away to safety, and then it detonates. You're good.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, you were saying about once you've got the catalyst, you then go back to Zavala to collect it. And every cache that you open on the Presage mission gives you 12%.
Yep.
And then a couple of people saying, go to the Shattered Throne, go to the Thrall Way, and just shoot loads of Thrall.
Took me 20 minutes to get it.
Same.
I did the same kind of thing, but I went to Shirochi. I just loaded up that checkpoint in the Last Wish, went to Shirochi, and just destroyed all the Thrall there. That was just, well, it wasn't Thrall. It was but you know what I mean, Taken that were there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
20 minutes.
did it on the moon while I was farming for the shotgun, and I got shotguns and catalysts, so it's nice.
Nice.
Peroty, you had a couple of tips, tricks, and guides that you dropped into the chat earlier.
I did, and maybe even a build, but probably not a build. So there's apparently a way to glitch yourself into raids, dungeons, and nightfalls with up to 12 people, 2 full fire teams. And Cheese has sort of the how to do that. It's all about timing, and he says, this is very difficult. It takes a lot of time to do, but it is possible to sort of sync up 2 groups of 12 and get them into an activity. So if you've got
My
a lot
clan has
of
been
time...
doing it all day.
Oh, really? Nice.
They've been having so much fun with it. They 12-man Riven.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Wait,
I've seen a couple of different videos of people managing to do it, and it just seems like madness.
And you can do it on console as well, which is nice.
is this
Yeah.
any raid or is this a very specific raid?
Any
Raids,
activity.
dungeons, activities.
Yeah.
What?
Basically any raids, dungeon, nightfalls. It seems like any sort of match-made activity you can do. He said it's easier on PC. You can do it on console, but either way, it's a timing game. It's basically trying to trick the game into getting more people in than you can. So, go forth and do that. Have a good laugh. If you don't have 13 friends and can't get into 12 people into a raid, and you're going, well, how do I get stuff solo? We featured these videos before. It's good to feature them again because there is still a sparrow glitch, so you can still go loot that initial chest in Deepstone Crypt alone. So Pyro Gaming.
There's also a case if you need friends, you either join the Frozen clan or my clan of the Cage Spicy Ramen Runners.
Yeah, go join his clan. They're probably more competent than we are.
No, the PC clan is very competent. You better watch your mouth.
But Pyro Gaming has the how can anyone get raid loot in all 3 raids, and goes through our 3 raids of the game, how you can get at least loot at least one of the chests out at them. So even if you're just trying to collect your spoils bit by bit to one day buy your anarchy, he's got a way to do that. And I think those are the only 2 things I had dropped in this week.
Yeah.
The other things I dropped in were ones you had already grabbed, Nitedemon, so I'm not going to put them in twice because we watch the same people. And yeah, so what else? What else do you and Respawn have for us?
I didn't
Well,
have anything.
Respawn and I both picked like the Fallout Plays one this week, which goes over the new artifact mods of Caesar the Chosen.
Yeah, the really broken ones that you can stack and do all the damage on. Those are nutty. That's worth a watch just to understand. Because I thought at first he meant the new like elemental mods, but these are the mods on the seasonal artifact.
Yeah, the season artifact ones. Yeah, and these mods right here that he talks about are why the Titan is now the DPS boss king. Right here, and he does out DPS hunters. There's no way we can one shot these guys with a golden gun that he is. There's no way.
Have you tried flinging yourself headfirst at them? That's our technique. If you haven't tried,
our shoulders are big enough, dude. We know that's where all the oomph comes from, is the huge shoulders, and we can't feel that, man. You can't dodge and have giant shoulders at the same time. It's physics, man.
Unless you're Saint 14.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't dodge. I'm pretty sure he headbutts, but
Have you not seen Zavala Thunder Crash? He's got the biggest shoulders in the game.
Yeah, no, I've seen that, but like, I don't understand how you came up with the whole, Saint 14 dodging thing.
No, you were talking about headbutting earlier. Yeah. That's what I was talking
about. Oh, I see.
Shoulder charge. I'm sure he can do that too.
Yeah.
He just shoulder charges head first.
Yeah, there you. Yeah, it's his own special move. Move.
So yeah, Fallout goes over the mods that are on the artifact for PvP and PvE, which are really interesting. So take a look at that, see what you can build. Cool Guy has a video on the Time Worn Spire, which is the new pulse rifle from Iron Banner. That is amazing.
Yes, it is.
You want all the stability. You don't need the range, you just need the stability. He also goes over a review for the Dead Man's Tell exotic scout rifle that we've been talking about. That's really cool. Have you guys used this in PvP?
Yes, dude, hip fire all day.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. With the hip fire, have you noticed that some of the shots don't actually hit? You could be aiming at their head, you're firing, but they don't seem to take any damage. And I watched Destiny Fun Police video, and he looked like he had the same issue. He took about 3 headshots at this guy, and there was no damage. And then suddenly, after that, he took a couple more shots, and the guy died. But sometimes I'm finding it I'm finding it's a bit inconsistent every now and then. And I just wonder if you guys were having the same thing.
That. I didn't notice that, but I wasn't looking for it either. What I did notice is that freaking I'll from a range, when you hip fire, my little circle is like on their chest sometimes, but I'm getting crits on the head. So I don't know if it's like the bullet magnetism at that range is kind of curving upward to the head or what, but I've noticed shots that should not have been crits are landing as crit.
Yeah.
What's the kick like on the Dead Man's Tale? What's the kick like on it? Does it raise up quite a bit?
Actually, no. By the time you go to fire your second shot, you're already back at your natural point of aim. So
it's the most stable weapon I've ever used in any game, in any Destiny game.
And there are a couple of good tricks to using it in the air. One is, I think it's on Top Tree Warlocks for solar. You eat your grenade, and then when you're in the air, the accuracy doesn't bloom out at all.
Yep.
And on the Titan, the Lion Ramparts, one of the perks on it is accuracy while in the air is non-existent. And then literally the cone is like there's nothing. You can just headshot whilst jumping around in the air with the Lion Rampants on.
And so again, what do you guys both have that a hunter doesn't have?
Not that gun.
How about the ability to have accurate hip fire while in air? Both of the other classes have it. Hunters do not.
And?
Yeah, but you just jump. You got the jumps.
I'm just saying. Y'all keep talking about how OP hunters are. I'm just showing y'all that hunters are not OP. Hunters actually don't have half the crap that you guys do.
Oh, God.
We're just better players.
Hunters aren't OP. That's why he uses Warlocks.
Yeah.
See? Even he agrees. Hunters aren't OP. We're just better.
I'm just sad that the Warlock has another way to be an AT-130 and kill me from the skies.
Oh, yeah.
So another video this week that I wanted to highlight, Pancakes Gaming done another one of his deep dives into improving your gameplay in PvP. This one is featuring Ceridius, I think it's called, the guy. Again, really good video on how to improve fast. And then the other video this week from the Iron Banner, the Multi-Match CCX is the new submachine gun. Astrocross has got a video for you going over some of the god rolls for that. And there are quite a few god rolls that you could possibly look out for.
I got the one that has the dynamic sway reduction and then that new iron whatever with the target on it, right?
Iron terrible.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want that.
No, dude, it's like, dude, I have a sliver of stability. I'm like,
No,
what? I'm afraid if I fire this gun, my bullets are gonna friendly fire to the guy on my left. You know?
Mhm. Yeah. And anything with an iron perk on it, I've more or less just infused or trashed because I
No,
know.
but what you do want to look out for is the one with the iron grip, which massively improves the weapon stability at the cost of reload speed, which you can
Yeah,
kind of
no, I can't seem to get that one.
you want to look out for that one with dynamic sway reduction, accurized rounds, and then there was a scope that or one of the sights that he said was really good, and then I think he had range on his masterwork for it. But I've got one that matches his, but it's got stability, so the minimum range that I've got on it is 50, and I can probably go up to about 72 in stability for a submachine gun, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but you only get like what, 27 rounds?
Yeah,
That's
but
all
you
you
can put a
need.
backup mag on that, you know.
You could, but like, no, I'm trying to come from the whole your reload speed is now, you know?
Yeah.
So like you only get 27 rounds, which come out in less than a second.
You say
And then you have to
27,
reload.
but with a backup mag, I've got 39 in there.
Hang on,
Okay,
I'm sorry,
that's
you
better.
guys, goodbye.
All right, goodbye, Arf.
Bye again.
Yeah, you just need more bullets. That's all.
And what I was thinking was try and pair this with the Titan boots, the Peacekeepers, which when you sew
Auto-reloading.
it, auto reloads it.
And this is a primary, right?
Yeah.
So you can back it up with the exotic arc submachine gun for a little extra fun.
Or my Terraba, whichever one I wanted to kind of go with.
What would be better though? Because the arc, if somebody hits you with arc in PvP, now you're resistant.
No
and you get free
one's
reloads.
using. Sir, no one's using arc in PvP. I don't know where
Everybody
you've been.
is using arc right now in PvP with these new mods.
No, they really aren't, sir. I don't know what PvP you're playing, but it's all stasis all the way down, and then a solar warlock. There is the occasional pole dancer hunter. I do see one who apparently doesn't have his stasis yet. Is the only reason I can see him playing it.
See, no, I see stasis hunters. I see a mixture between solar and stasis titans and arc titans, but the only warlocks I've seen have been
Chaos.
Kamehameha warlocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the only
But if
thing
you
that
Kamehameha
has
and
stasis.
solar warlocks, because there's always a couple solar warlocks.
Mhm.
If you
Yeah,
are
there-
confused at what stasis fragments you should be using, Ero's got a video for you for that.
I should probably
You
use one of those
skipped.
new ones,
You
huh?
skipped easy,
going-
solo, flawless,
I'm going back,
presage, cheese,
we were
spots,
talking about-
master, next chapter, emblem.
I was going back because we were talking about stasis. So
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
Mr. Cheese Forever has a easy, solo, flawless prestige cheese spots for master and the next chapter emblem. So these are different things that he's kind of picked up on whilst doing the mission, or other people have told him. So there's a couple of good tips for people that are trying to do that. I ran with a guy this week that was desperately trying to get his flawless on the master difficulty, and he just couldn't do it. He kept dying in the hangar, unfortunately.
That's the problem. That's the problem with
Yeah.
that. With the
Well, if
25
you're gonna
minutes,
die, that is
you
the
only get
place to do
25
it.
minutes. It's going to be impossible to solo it.
No,
Unless
but
you're-
you don't have to solo that one. You can solo the normal version and get solo and flawless. But if you can do the without dying one on the, there's a triumph for doing it without dying on the.
And it's
the higher
individual
difficulty.
based, not
That's
Yes.
crazy.
not fire team based, right? So if you didn't
is.
know that, if somebody on your fire team dies during the prestige version of presage, whatever, right?
Mhm.
As long as you don't die, you still get the flawless, even though he died.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just take it in turns. Take a group in there. Take it in turns.
Yeah, sounds like you bring a friend and say, "You go be the bullet sponge. I'm going to sit back here and watch you die and make fun of you."
And in Cheese's video, he has got a cheese spot up on some pipes in the hangar that you can kind of fire out from without dying. So there are cheese spots in the different locations that are worth
Nice.
looking for. Abbey Hour has the Prestige mission Hidden Cache Week 2, if you are looking for that. And then our dear friend Froggy 618-157725 has an out of bounds for the Legion's Anchor. Is it Anchor? Yeah, Legion's Anchor. Last in the mission for the Prestige quest. Just showing that you don't have to go the way that the game tells you to go. You can go around the outside with the sword, and a couple of other glitches from going underneath the map that have been there for quite a while.
I was looking at this since last night. What's the extra O for? Out of bounds is OOB, but he's got OOOB.
Out
What's
of
the extra O?
bounds.
Like, is this like an extreme out of bounds, like the outer bounds strat?
I think so.
That would be EOOB. So yeah, outer bounds, like the outer limits.
Gotcha.
Please stand by. And I just want to. Every time I see cami cakes or patty cakes or any of the cakes, I have to give a quick plug to the Twitter feed Destiny Hotcakes. All they do is they put hotcakes into different things in the game. And they're really well done, and they make me giggle every single time. So every time I see hotcakes, I think of Destiny Hotcakes, so I'm going to throw it in there because it's just fun and worth a laugh.
Fair enough.
And it is worth mentioning.
Oh, they Photoshop it in there. Sorry.
Yeah, so this will sort of be, not super relevant by the time this show comes out, but if you are playing Iron Banner and you're stuck on the heavy weapon quest thing going, Bungie, why did you do this again? They've also auto-completed step 2 of the power weapon kill objective. So if you're stuck on that and dreading doing it next time Iron Banner comes around, you don't have to. They fixed it. You can go on to your submachine gun kills and then your pulse rifle kills.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I kind of got... Well, I didn't get stuck on it. I just couldn't get too heavy to get the heavy kills. It was a bit of a pain. Because everybody wanted heavy.
Exactly. That's the good and the bad about making everyone do a thing. Eventually got on teams where everybody was stuck on that step, so we would just like Titan wall, barricade, like surround the heavy and go, no, this is ours. You can have it after this, but this is ours this time. We need to finish this first. After that, I didn't try to get heavy again the rest of the time I played. I was like, someone else can have it. I don't care. I did my piece.
I think that's it for this week's show. We've done 3.5 hours worth of talking. Maybe 3.5 hours of it will be in the show.
I'm sorry about that. We're rubbing off on you guys.
No, it's actually not that uncommon for us, dude. Especially when I get going. So that's definitely not.
You've had a couple of stories this week. So thank you very much to Gator, our guest from Destiny Down Under.
Destiny Fun, please. Guardian Hub, the best hub on the net. That's them, right?
That's the one. Yeah.
No, I think it's Truth Lives. Isn't that it?
Don't you have some sort of cast that you do with some other guy, some sort of nut?
Yeah, like a big tripod
cast
cast?
up. Yeah, cast up.
No.
Cast down?
No.
MCast.
Oh,
MCast?
I'm scratching my head here now. I've completely forgotten where you're from.
Yeah. You're from Australia, right?
I am from Guardian Downcast. We're a weekly podcast. We're basically two dads, Hazel and I, that love everything in the Destiny universe, and we talk about it. I mean, it's that simple. You can reach us at guardiandowncast.com.
No, I don't think that's right. No, it's definitely a different podcast.
Oh my god.
So thank you, Gator, for putting up with us.
You know what? I'm sorry. I just got to say, you guys are like just really good friends. I just enjoy talking with you guys. So thank you for the invite.
No problem, man.
Thank you for hanging out.
You can drop in any time and just throw an opinion out there, and Ra will respawn up if you like.
Oh boy. Okay.
We would prefer you either A, have a plate of food in front of you, B, be on the road, or C, come to us live from an airplane. That's how we really prefer to get guests on the show, from some sort of location out in the world.
I love the fact that Respawn has now rubbed off on Arf, and Arf just decides he wants to jump in wherever he is.
To be fair, me and Arf did that whole in and out a few months back. Remember that?
We did.
I would jump in, he would jump in, and then out, and then he would jump in and out, and then I would jump in and out. Totally not rehearsed, by the way.
To be fair, I haven't seen you two in the same place at the same time. You might be the same person, just with a different accent.
You know, I am a pretty good voice guy. I pride myself on that. Yeah.
Could be. So thank you, dear listeners, for joining us. Your Titans are Peroty and Nitedemon. Your Hunter is no one responds in real life. Your Lore Scribe, occasional Hunter, and occasional Store Runner, and Lore Bringer is not ARF. Your Warlock, hey guys, we found a Warlock, is the Gator. You can email the show at twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com. Find the show on... I did do the right. Sorry. My brain is done. You can email the show at twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com. You can find the show on Twitter at twotitans_hunter. We're on Instagram and Facebook at the same thing. Dear people from YouTube, you probably don't listen to the show because you watch us on YouTube. We're trying to get that worked out. After 99 episodes, it broke me, so we're trying to get something up there for you fine folks. Because inexplicably, you keep following our channel. I'm sorry, I don't know why, but we love you, and we'll love you better in the future.
Also, for those that are on the YouTube, if you're dedicated to watching a video of the show, you can always check out No One Responds in Real Life at twitter.tv, whatever.
No, but nobody wants to check that out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But since I've been streaming the show, I've gotten at least 16 followers. Like
Fancy.
Since last week.
Your mum and your cousins don't count.
My mom and my cousins don't know how to read. They're from Louisiana, remember?
Love him. People love Respawn, and for some reason they continue. Yeah, and for some reason we're now up to 172 subscribers on YouTube. Nothing has gone up there since December. Like episode 99 is the last one up there because that's when I went on vacation and was just like, I can't.
I'm tired.
Yeah. So yeah, eventually we'll figure out the pod being posted there. But yeah, they keep coming. I'm like, cool, thank you, we love you. Hopefully you find the show other ways. There's all the links there. But anyway, you can find all your favorite Guardians on Xbox Live, Respawn on PC, and Not ARF on PC. Fancy.
Right.
You can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and everywhere fine podcasts are sold. And remember, before you teabag an opponent in the Crucible, please know that he may be on a treadmill, playing Destiny, streaming to an iPad using the Xbox app.
He better not be!
You're not that good. He's just getting his games in while he tries to make himself a little less chubby. And with that, gents, say goodbye.
Deuces.
Toddles.
Goodbye, everybody. And later, Guardian.
Hello and welcome to my solo show, The Nitedemon Experience. I'm your host, The Nitedemon, and I will be here for the next 45 minutes, boring you to death with anecdotes, stories, and more tales from the unexpected. What's happening now?
Is this how this works? I now join from my phone and I get in the car and I drive somewhere?
Yes, you can do that. Welcome, roving reporter number 2. Where are you reporting from today?
Reporting from my house as I look out on our rain